Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back to Stamford Bridge, where 2026 has started up again. It was getting worryingly quiet there for, like, a week.
Jesus, all right. Seems to have been non-stop from my perspective, but okay.
There was a couple of weeks of almost quiet there, by 2026 standards, anyways.
Well, I mean, yeah, there was only a war with Iran. There was only, like, this, that, and the other.
Yeah. As the year continues on course to being one of the most interesting years in recent history.
We're certainly resolving a lot of contradictions this year.
It sure is. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we are. It's live on Kick now, too. I was having a hard time there. So, we're not going to talk too much about the war specifically, but rather the political fallout of it, the consequences, as this is beginning to change some cultural views here and there, which I find rather interesting. As the war is, of course, still ongoing, and, well, the question is, now, when is it going to wrap up? Is this going to be another military operations, a la the Russian standards?
Well, just special military operation. It's not a war. You need to have Congress declare a war.
That's true. This is
not a special military operation.
This is a bit of like a wider topic, but we don't declare war anymore. I heard it doesn't happen.
No, just do it. Well, it's very much late Roman Republic vibes, to be honest. Because, I mean, the Romans used to have a really elaborate ceremony for declaring war, where they'd go and give some sort of, ritual hymn or whatever, then throw a spear in the enemy territory, and then give them like 40 days or something to be aware that they're at war with the Romans. And then it was just, well, Pompey's just rampaging around in the east with an army. Let's see where he comes back with.
Yep.
Oh, he's annexed most of the Seleucid Empire. There we go. Interesting.
Yep. And, of course, there are arguments for it as well. Like, back in the 1930s and 20s, you had all the time in the world to leisurely declare war or debate it in Congress, because who was going to fucking notice? These days,
yeah.
I mean, if you debate any of this shit, I mean, your enemy's going to know what you're going to do 2 weeks before you actually do it, which...
Yeah, that's actually a great point. The speed of transmission of information has really made, and just the ease of transmission as well, has really made planning wars and keeping things secret difficult.
Yes. Imagine if Congress had to debate on blackbagging Maduro.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be mental.
That would be really funny, though. Everyone in favor of blackbagging Maduro, say aye.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Maduro would be instantly aware of it.
And even if they'd try to keep it secret, because technically there are closed sessions of Congress and stuff, these fuckers can't be trusted to keep the next bill safe when they're voting on some pointless, like the price of redrawing districts, etc. You think they're going to keep this under their hands? Jesus, no. So, I mean, I get it. It's militarily necessary, and frankly, voting on everything like this, I mean, this is literally what the communists tried doing, the Spanish Civil War. Like, what if we vote on every military action? Well, gee, it's just not going to work very well.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
It's going to be actually awful, and it means you're going to get your ass handed to you. But it's also then, of course, means in return that now... war just kind of happens, and it's not war. Even though this is... Oh, hell, our definition of war needs to kind of change, because what the US is doing right now is it's lost 3 men so far on a base, and has sunk the entire Iranian Navy and destroyed all of their air defenses in 2 days.
Oh, and taken out basically all of their top leadership.
Yes, and assassinated the entire leadership.
Yeah. I mean, it is definitely war. It's just very one-sided.
Yes.
The Iranians are not a match for the Americans, and everyone knows it. So it's like, okay, this is basically just bullying.
I actually like that term very well. Bullying. It's aggression. We all recognize it's aggression, but it's not really a fight.
No. I mean, Iranians, okay, we've got a load of missiles and we're launching them at, local targets. Okay. You've probably done some damage to some bases and whatnot, but...
Yeah, you lobbed missiles in the general direction of over there, and you hit something. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's been inconvenient for a few people.
Yep, it's been inconvenient, and now they're out of missiles, as the rate at which they're firing them has basically ceased.
Yeah.
So, yeah, war. In fact... I think the sinking of the little Iranian frigate is a perfect example of this. So the other day, U.S. submarine sunk an Iranian frigate that was returning home from a naval exercise in India. And to put this into a little bit of perspective here, that frigate had no idea it was even being targeted. None. Zero, zip, nil, schnull. The first thing they knew that they were under attack was when the aft end of the ship disappeared.
Yeah. Again, bullying. This is not war.
Because you can even... The US warship is filming this from Periscope. Now, for most of you, that probably doesn't mean anything, because, it's Periscope, World War II stuff. No. Periscope... Submarines don't use Periscopes anymore because you can spot them on radar. The fact that it surfaced enough to raise a periscope and film this shit meant that the US submarine was like, yeah, this target presents absolutely no threat to us at all.
Yeah.
And it didn't. I've also seen the Twitter stuff going, oh, isn't unarmed? No, it's a frigate. It has weapons. It's just that against a modern submarine, it might as well be unarmed.
I mean, there's just nothing they're going to be able to do.
No, literally. Literally nothing.
Everyone knows it. And that's the reason the US is so cavalier about it. I hate to say it, but the US isn't actually a terribly brave opponent.
No, they don't have to be.
You ignorant.
No, I know.
They have such an astounding technological superiority over their enemy here that, again, bullying is the correct term.
Yeah.
Although I will point out, the Americans are getting a bit ahead of governments.
Oh yeah, totally. There's no doubt this was not a brilliantly well planned out expedition.
No, and also they claim this was the first sinking of a warship since World War II.
Service guarantees citizenship
with a torpedo.
What do we sink the Belgrano with?
A torpedo.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, I figured you might have an objection to that.
Yeah. Who didn't help us with the Falklands War?
Americans.
That's right.
So, there's that. And the best part is, the Belgrano was sunk with unguided, good old-fashioned dumbfire torpedoes, requiring significantly more skill.
Talent.
Yes. Talent and skill. So, before we get into the political side of things, since we are going to have to talk about a war, which is very sad and distressing, I want to lighten things by first talking about trans people firing weapons in their own homes.
Oh, fucking hell. Well, at least it's not in a school.
Yet. That was a fantastic little Reddit thing that came up. Liberal gun owners. Oh, so you're in for something good already.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
Can I show you the feet?
My partner accidentally discharged her handgun in our home, unsure how to handle the situation. I could use some advice in handling the situation by people more well-versed in gun ownership. I did grow up around guns, I'm comfortable around them, but I was also rifles and shotguns for hunting, never handguns. I have never ever had an accidental discharge happen, and I'm just not sure how to handle it. So this is a royal she, by the way, they, them.
Right. Yeah.
recently purchased a Glock for self-defense as the federal government does fascist things in our community.
Oh, that's going to work.
Yes. Don't worry. If the government becomes fascist, your Glock will be able to handle it.
Yeah, that's problem solved. I got my Glock.
Fear not.
But, man, this reminds me of when I saw a bunch of libtards posting, the American government's going to declare war on the cartels, and the cartels don't fuck around. It's like, bro. Do you think the American government fucks around? They'll fucking nuke them from orbit, mate. You have no idea.
They will. I mean, they're not even going to have to try.
Cartel's not good. I agree. Cartel's not good. But come on.
But look at Iran. Iran has air defense systems that have achieved nothing. The cartels don't even have that.
Yeah.
This gun has brought her immense security in the last month or so. She practices loading and racking the gun fairly frequently to get more comfortable with it, and it's a way to soothe her nerves.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Of all the people who shouldn't have a fucking gun.
So there you have the woman who up until like 5 years ago was considered officially mentally ill, sitting on the couch just chick.
Just, no, you shouldn't have a fucking gun.
Just soothe her nerves.
Jesus Christ.
However, and I didn't know this until this instant, her practicing with the gun involved putting a live round in the chamber.
Is that practicing with it in your home? Go to a gun range, for the love of God.
I also didn't know that the gun does not have a safety.
What? I've never heard of a gun that doesn't have a safety. I mean, a modern gun, at least. You know, I'm sure the old guns didn't, but like,
I would think it'd be fairly rare. Yes. These two things combined make me extremely uncomfortable. You don't say.
No shit.
Yesterday, while practicing and with a live round in the chamber, she said she got, quote, a compulsion to pull the trigger.
Oh, yeah.
And was unable to stop herself from following through on this compulsion.
Jesus. God damn, man.
Thankfully, neither she or any of our cats were hurt.
Oh, thank God. What about the neighbors?
I love the idea of this person sitting there just racking their weapon on the couch with a live round in it, and it's like, I have a compulsion.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, you don't end up in that person's position if you don't have compulsions.
That's true.
Like, you know,
Heresy
this isn't a
suppressed.
person
Fire
who
is
has
the answer.
been able to exercise a great deal of self-control.
No. So, this woman is a danger to herself
Trick or
and her
treat.
cats,
Can I smell your feet?
and conceivably to nearby school children. Let's just put it like that. Which feeds in brilliantly to a recent wonderful take by Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who has killed more people in ice this year? Trans shooters. Rogan, 2026.
Fucking hell, Joe. I mean, I'm not saying it's not factually true,
Yellow
but-
Mary's fluttery buttery butt.
fucking hell, mate.
I mean, it is undoubtedly true. Like, ICE has killed, like, what, 2 people over the last 6 months?
Yeah, and they were all freaking out about it.
Yes. Whereas the transgender community has claimed more score, let's say.
Yeah.
But still, that is that is quite the thing to say, Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, I'm not saying you're wrong. Just saying I don't have $100 million contract.
Yep. And we have Evan loves Wolf. This is just objectively false. After which Grok chimes in and goes, "Hold on,
Yeah,
now.
no, it's not. It's objectively true.
I
Bad
shot
luck,
2
Evan.
people in 2026, whilst one transgender shooter killed 3 family members." The world is insane. And we're just going to have to live with that, I'm afraid.
So it's just mad.
Service guarantees citizenship.
It is actually just mad. Right then. So, on the more serious matter, now that we've had our laughs, there is indeed a conflict in Iran, and Muslim countries are divided. Jordan, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, and Bahrain are in favor of removing the regime, whereas other Muslim countries like Great Britain, France, and Spain are not in favor of removing the regime. Which, to be fair, is a very good breakdown.
Yep.
I also do love how everyone who has to live next to Iran is just like, yep, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, thing is, Iran is a massive state sponsor of terror. Like, you know, all of the like neocon narratives about Iran are true.
Yes.
Like, that's the thing. It's just I don't really want to be part of like Israel's plan for expansion.
Yes, since that is, of course, the big thing.
Fire is the answer.
As Spain did come out to say that they want no part of this, whilst wearing a Ukraine pin, which I do quite enjoy.
Trick or treat.
The British have said that they're not going to take any part in it, of course, etc. Trump then fired from the hip, saying that he was going to trade embargo Spain.
Yeah, no more Spanish trade with America. That's how that works. This has clearly been a well thought through decision.
Very, very, very much so. As much as I adore Trump's ability to just dump whatever comes across his mind out of his mouth occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, this has not been brilliantly planned out, right?
No.
So, first things first, it's usual to
Are you
get
ready
some
to
sort
wreck
of
this
regional
yellow
allies.
marriage fluttery buttery?
Trump has
Yes.
failed to get any regional allies.
Yes, and the regional allies he does have are the regional allies who don't really contribute anything at all.
No, I mean, like I've seen that the Kurds are apparently not going to be his boots on the ground, and it's like, all right, so you didn't get that sorted in advance.
No, that very much so comes across as something that was done after the fact.
Yeah. And what the plan was anyway was apparently that they were expecting some sort of organic Iranian uprising to overthrow the mullahs.
Yes.
What, you didn't plan anything? You do have any contacts in Iran? Are you smuggling them guns? I mean, you would think, okay, plan. Right, we're going to take out the mullahs and replace them with a friendly regime. Okay, do you have a friendly leader in waiting? Oh, you do, actually. The exiled son of the king or whatever. Right, okay. Well, where's he? Don't know. Where the fuck is he? He's posting videos on social media. Oh, right, okay. All right. How's he getting into Iran? Don't know. No plan. Okay. Do you have any organic leaders who are in the country who could rise up and lead, I don't know, a secular revolt or whatever the plan is? No, haven't got any of those. Are you running guns to any organizations who are against the mullahs? No. Like, who are you providing fire cover to? Like, you'd be like, look, guys, right? We're going to shell the mullahs and they're going to have their heads down for a week. We'll meet you at this port with these weapons, and you go and take over these things. And we will establish a power base inside Iran. Then you will take over the broadcasting, and you will broadcast dissidents, rebels. Now is the time. America is backing us. Flock to this city. They have guns for us. We are going to take over. Like, none of that. Like, absolutely nothing. just expecting some sort of grassroots organic revolution out of nothing. It's like, what are you doing?
Yes. So, of course, a couple months ago, there was large-scale unrest in Iran, as generally speaking, the theocratic regime is not particularly popular. But these uprisings were then, of course, crushed with the usual consideration of the Iranian regime.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Now, if airstrikes had happened then and there...
Just to be clear, that's probably thousands dead.
Oh, yes. In all due likelihood.
Just for any, I mean, we don't know, obviously, because they don't release numbers. But for anyone wondering, it's probably thousands dead.
Yes, like the Iranian regime doesn't do what the West does against protesters. They don't send in some riot cops to hit them over the head with truncheons, no. They just deploy armored fighting vehicles with machine guns.
Yeah. And they've done this plenty of times over the years as well.
Yes, until there's nobody left on the street.
Yeah.
And of course, during this uprising, the West's only reaction was to post on social media how very, very brave they were. And when they were being murdered in the streets, they retired for a cafe latte.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, right? I'm not even against regime change in Iran, in theory. But, like, what are we getting out of it? And how are we doing it? And the answer is not much and very badly.
Yes. So, Trump obviously apparently wanted to intervene during the uprisings, but he was busy blackbagging Maduro at the time, and the US armed forces isn't a military that can turn on a dime. It requires a lot of setup and preparations to carry out these operations.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the time he'd gotten them into position, which is now, and started the operations, everyone who was leading the Iranian uprising is probably dead.
Yep.
And there doesn't seem to be a group ready on the ground to rise up, or at the very least, I mean, it's been a few days, so who knows, but there don't seem to be any mass movement inside of Iran, probably because all of the people who started the preceding movement and the people who preceded the movement before then again are already dead.
Not just that, though. Also because who the fuck knows what's happening? Like, what coordination has there been? Like, if the Americans are like, right, we're going to shell Tehran and kill off all the leadership, you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to Tehran then. All right, well, where's the seat of the government? Oh, it's in Tehran. Right, so I can't go in there because you're just arbitrarily bombing it. Give me a day that you're not bombing it, and I'll go in there with, 500 guys or whatever, and we'll take out the rest of the regime. No, can't do that. Sorry, haven't thought of that far ahead.
Yep. And then there's the Kurds, which... The Kurdish militia have been a favored ally of Americans for quite some time in the region, and the status of them are currently unclear, so they were being armed, apparently, and then they maybe weren't, and then they're going to do something, and maybe they have done something, and maybe they aren't going to do something.
Yeah. Who fucking knows? Zero coordination. Like, this is the thing, right? Trump and Hegseth, I'm not saying their hearts aren't in the right place or anything like that, but they're not military. Well, I mean, Hegseth is, but like Trump is not a military man, right? For him, it's just like, okay, well, we'll just shell them and then it's done. It's like, no, that's not how any of this works. You shell them and then you need a plan. Like shelling them is step 1, not step 10.
And this plan appears to be a little bit wonky so far.
Well, there just isn't one. Again, they genuinely seem to like actually live under the delusion that there are organic bottom-up uprisings that have happened throughout history.
And all of this is, of course, doing a lot of damage to the MAGA position and support, which is where this gets a little bit interesting.
Yes.
So, we've got the usual more fringe things. Catboy-in-Chief, Nick Fuentes himself, says that he's voting Democrat from now on.
Yeah, well, that's not new. He votes Democrat every time Trump does something in favor of Israel.
Yep. So that's not the biggest deal, really. But you also do see a bit of discontent in general. Tim Pool doesn't seem entirely pleased by what's going on, and he is a massive voice within the right-wing movement still.
Yeah.
Shoe on Head, who is in rising relevance, if anything, also not particularly pleased.
To be honest with you, Shu never really lost her popularity. She's always been super popular.
Yeah, I'd say that she lapsed a little bit a few years ago when she was busy doing things like getting married and stuff.
And having kids, yeah.
Yeah, but no, she is, if anything, getting more and more popular now.
Yeah, I know. She's doing really well. It's good to see.
Not particularly happy. The general MAGA support base is not super happy. And it's bringing about weird realignments. Like John Fetterman is now calling out the Democratic Party and leaning Republican.
What, for being pro-Iran war?
Yes.
Hey, it's been insufferable over here as well. Like Nigel Farage and Kemi Badenoch are both like hyper war cheerleaders, and it's like, what? And they're like, oh, kiss up. Like, apparently Iran fired a single missile at a base in Cyprus. And it's just like, okay, well, just to be clear, we've got about 30 ships in total. And about half of those aren't seaworthy. And they're like, why aren't we doing something? It's like, what do you mean? What are we supposed to do? We're not a military power anymore, you fucking idiots. And so they're there banging the drum for war when, A, not only is that not a good idea, because let's be honest, this isn't going to go brilliantly. It's just going to create loads of refugees and waste a load of money, right? But we're also not going to do anything useful. And also, it's going to be very quickly shown that this was a bad fucking idea because it's stupid and it's been ill thought out at best, I think you could say.
Yes. See, this is also one of the big things. The Royal Navy is somewhat reduced, shall we say.
Oh, it's literally about 15 ships.
Yep, total of warships, you've got 2 light carriers, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but they're not all
destroyers.
in action. They're not all in action, that's the thing. About half of them are out of action. I'm pretty sure none of the carriers are on the seas at the moment.
Yep. Like 4 proper submarines and some coastal stuff. This is not a navy that's going to be operating independently far from home in a war with a major regime.
No.
And I do love that Her Majesty's Victory is still a part of the Royal Navy. That is fun. I like that.
Well, technically so, yeah. But again, that's not seaworthy either.
No, and she's unlikely to carry out any shore bombardments of Iran in the near future.
Yeah.
Although
Service
that would be
guarantees
funny as well.
citizenship.
Yes.
You brought this 200-year-old ship to bomb you. Why? Shits and giggles.
Literally the best we've got.
So the political realignment here it's fascinating, and I do feel like Trump is burning a tremendous amount of goodwill. Now, for Trump, okay, you can argue that doesn't really matter because he's done his 2 terms, sort of. But the issue then is, of course, we don't really have an actual replacement for Trump.
No. And moreover, Trump leaves the Republicans holding the bag.
Yes. So he's going to weaken the position of the Republican Party as well. A party that has already been beaten to shit because of its internal division over Trump. So,
yeah. And not only that, you're going to be like the American public hates the Democrats. Right, they've literally got an approval rating of like 28%, something like that. It's really low, even in the face of Trump. They're like, yeah, okay, Trump's a dick, but the Democrats are still shit. And yet, they're probably still going to end up winning stuff just because Trump keeps making these kinds of actions. And you know, I'm certain that Trump is literally just looking at a map of the world and saying, I want to paint this bit red. I'm certain that's what the Greenland thing was about. Because what he asked for from Denmark was exactly what he was entitled to through their treaties anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, if anything, if I'm to be optimistic, Trump was thinking, okay, we need more patrols in the area. How can I get the EU to do it? I'll start making a stink, and the EU deploys ships, which is did. That would be the optimistic interpretation.
Yeah, I'm not very persuaded by that. I genuinely think Trump was looking at the map and saying, this is huge. This is in the Western Hemisphere. Why don't we own it? Why does Denmark own it? Denmark's not doing anything with it. We should own that. I'm absolutely certain he just wanted to take it.
Quite conceivable. Very much so, in fact. And it also does display an interest. So I came across this tweet, which I find fascinating. In the first Iraq War in 1990, the US had 1,900 aircraft, 6 aircraft carriers, and 38 allies. Now, the aircraft and the aircraft carriers are frankly irrelevant because the current modern aircraft carriers are way bigger, and the aircrafts have far more versatility. So 300 modern jets are roughly the equivalent to like 2000 1990s jet, but the 38 allies bit is interesting. In the second Iraq War, they had 16 allies. In the 2026 Iran War, they have 1 ally. Now, technically, they have 6 because the Middle Eastern states are like, okay, we're not going to oppose you, America. We're not idiots, but we're not going to do anything.
They're not. They're not going to be putting their backs into it.
No. And it does demonstrate a division in the Western world, because back in the 1990s, we were coming out of the Cold War, and everyone was more or less of the same. So, like, okay, the West is a block, a power block. We act together, we behave together, we go to war together.
Totally.
In 2003, this was beginning to kind of skew. That plus the Iraq War was blatant bullshit, and everybody knew it. It probably led to materially superior consequence for the Iraqi people. I think they're probably happy they're rid of Saddam. But the reason for the invasion was blatant bullshit, and we now know that.
Yeah, I mean, Iraq went through a lot of bad things.
Yes.
To get to that point. So, I mean, Saddam bad, but was he worse than ISIS? I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, Iraq today is at least stable-ish.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I do genuinely think Iraq is better off, but it has taken like 30 years as well.
Yeah, and, well, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of deaths.
Mm-hmm. And now in 2026, America has shed pretty much the majority of its allies. And if anything, and this is not merely America's fault, by the way, this is also very much the EU's fault as well. The fault lines in the West have become very, very, very clear.
Yeah. But the thing is, this is the problem with, like, okay, we're going to knock off random regimes. Well, okay, I mean, like I said, I'm not against knocking off random regimes. There are definitely a bunch of regimes who deserve to get knocked off. But what are you going to do after? It's like, you're going to put boots on the ground? It's like, no, we'll never do that. It's like, well, I mean, that's not a very good empire if you're not going to put boots on the ground, right? The Romans wouldn't be like, oh yeah, we're going to go and knock off this king or whatever, but we're not going to put boots on the ground. Why not? Like, if you're going to conquer something, occupy it. What's the point of conquering it if you're not going to occupy it?
Well, that's it. Like, I entirely agree with the do not put troops on the ground, because the US forces is not an occupying force. It is lightning and thunder. It is shock and awe. It can carry out this air campaign with tremendous efficiency and basically take no damage whatsoever whilst doing so. Yeah. But the moment you put an infantryman on the ground, he's going to be worth like $200,000 in training, in equipment, in gear, in spec ops gear, all of this shit. The new rifle alone is like 20 grand a pop, plus 10, 20 grand in optics. And he can absolutely be killed by a goat herder with a fucking Lee Enfield.
Yep. So if you're not going to go and occupy it, what are you doing?
Which is where, again, the hope of Trump was simply like, okay, we're going to
Service
wipe the
guaranteed
leadership,
citizenship.
reset the board, start smacking shit here and there, destroy as much of the Republican Guard as we can, and then we cross our fingers and we hope.
You ignorant slut.
Nothing happens.
And again, to be fair, it's early days. Something could still happen, but it has now become clear that this wasn't prepared for very well.
And the thing is, like, you don't go into... I mean, how much do you think this has cost so far?
A couple billion, in all due likelihood.
Right. I mean, a couple of billion to... Well, I hope something happens. What have you done? Well, I don't know. So, yeah. Like, why stand around and hope something happens? Go and make something happen. If you're going to knock off their entire... If they're going to lock off their leadership, right? You don't need to be an army of occupation necessarily. Just go and take a coastal city. Go and, like, put, 50,000 men on the ground or whatever, however many, in a coastal city. And then just tell the Iranians, right, come here, we're going to arm you. You're going to take over your country. We will do this with you. Like, kind of Bay of Pigs, but actually on a bigger scale. Give them some real support.
As the war has already cost a lot. The Mark 48 torpedo that sank the Iranian vessel, they're billed at roughly $5 million per. As modern weapons expensive. Modern weapons very expensive.
Who can afford to fight a fucking war?
Now, to be fair, okay, here's one defense, right? What do you think is the most profitable thing that arms sellers can do, Sargon?
Encourage war? I don't know.
No, that is actually only the second most profitable thing they can do.
Heresy's the question.
The
Fire's
most
answer.
profitable thing is charging militaries for the safe destruction of their ordnance.
Why would you destroy ordnance?
Because they have an expiration date.
Oh. Well, if it's expired, why do I need it safely destroyed?
Oh, because unsafely destroyed is worse. So this is a little known fact, but yes, the largest profit margin that arms manufacturers has is the disposal of munitions that is no longer legal for use because it's past its expiration date.
Well, no kidding. I mean, it's not like there's like much of an overhead cost there.
No.
Given the thing exploded.
Yes. So, one could argue that just dumping some of this shit into Iran is a cost-saving measure on the U.S. Army.
I mean, you'd make more money by just literally taking it out into the Nevada desert, blowing it up and making a YouTube video out of it.
Unironically, yes, probably.
I mean, to be honest, they'd probably get millions of fucking views, too.
Yeah, every year the U.S. Army just drags out everything that's expired and just fucking plants it in the desert somewhere.
Yeah. And sell tickets. Like, invite the public. Like, yeah, do you want to pay $500 to come and blow some massive shit up? You can literally come and ride one of our tanks and blow some shit up.
Yeah, we've got artillery ammunition that's about to run out.
Yeah.
You buy a ticket, we'll let you pull the rope.
Exactly. I'd do it. Fucking hell.
That would unironically be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
So, the question then is, we've done damage, a lot of damage, to the political position of MAGA, quite a bit. A lot of the public faces are beginning to turn away, in large parts because many of them didn't agree with the war to begin with. Many others view it as simply unpopular. There's obviously the perception of this being an Israeli-created conflict, and I partially agree.
It's only because Rubio came out and was like, yeah, we had to do this because of Israel.
Yeah.
And then Trump came out and said, yeah, we had to because of Israel. Oh, no, I made Israel do it, actually. It's like, well, okay, like, whatever it is, get your fucking story straight. But it doesn't look good either way, does it?
No, it doesn't. And all of this comes at a rather inconvenient time as well, as, right, the Republican Party is sitting at a dividing point in the road. Trump can't run anymore, unless he's getting really spicy. And I don't think he has the political capital anymore either.
No, I don't think he has the political capital, but also he's too fucking old.
Yes. Which means that they're going to need to find a successor. As much as I like J.D. Vance, I don't think he's it. He hasn't had the charisma during Trump's presidency so far to position himself as the natural leader.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but I don't think it's Vance either.
No. And we are now also going to see a resurgent Democrat Party, because it's always easier to be in opposition. And Trump is giving them ammo. And something else that maybe only the Americans are aware of is that right now there's a huge gerrymandering war going on in the US.
Oh, I wasn't even aware of this.
Oh, yeah. So the Republicans, once they got in, this happens like every time this starts, regardless, where one party gets in power and they start redrawing electoral maps because it gives them an advantage in the next election. Democrats have been doing it, Republicans doing it, everybody does this nonsense.
Highly traditional.
Yes. And it only gets worse every time it happens. So right now, the current ongoing conflict is, amongst other places, over Virginia, where Barack Obama came out like, those damn Republicans are doing the terrible thing. Help us stop it. We're going to let the voters decide how to draw the maps. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds nice. What will that result in, I wonder? It'll create 10 Democrat-leaning districts and 1 Republican.
Oh, what shock.
Wow. Imagine.
Eternal Democrat hegemony from letting that... Oh, wow. Who could have predicted?
Yeah. So
Did you see there was a Pew poll that came out today, or at least I saw it today. That was who thinks that the people in the country are good people, and half of Americans think the other half of Americans are just bad people.
Yeah.
America was the lowest as well. Canada, 92% of people thought that the rest of the Canadians were good people. America, 50% or 57%, something like that. It's like, fucking hell, man. That's really indicative of a sick country. Ill, as in, a country that's got real problems.
Oh, absolutely. Like, America's political division has only gotten worse by quite a degree. And a lot of it has to do with just the political system in general. Like, the very idea of gerrymandering is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And it makes sure that nobody thinks that this system is fair. And so, as we've seen also, rising both from the right and the left, when they lose, it must be because something illegitimate happened.
Yeah, and also it just further encourages gerrymandering.
Yes.
There's just no getting around it. And I just don't really see how it resolves itself either, so...
I have
pointlessness,
lost...
basically.
Yes, because this creates a very obvious tit for tat where, like, okay, the Democrats does it, so the Republicans do it. Yeah. Then the Democrats are like, oh my god, how could you do that? And then they do it again, and none.
I've seen Kyle Kalinske talk about gerrymandering, and he's like, look, see, the Republicans done this here. And I'm just like, well, have you seen the New York districts, Kyle? Like, AOC's district is the most gerrymandered thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so preposterous. It's like literally a long line over a bridge connecting 2 different things. Like, this isn't a single place.
Yes. And it is unfortunately a very deeply entrenched problem in the US system now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we've got a great... they are beautiful, the gerrymandering maps. They really are.
You're not actually sharing your screen with me, so...
How could I know that?
Well, because you didn't click share.
Well, true, but... And this means nobody feels like they're being represented, obviously. Nobody feels like anything is fair because, well, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Just fucking look at that.
Are you ready to rut this
It's
yellow
beautiful.
mare's fluttery, buttery butt?
It's definitely something.
And this also works in. So, I was working on a video because we watched some. What was it? I've forgotten his name now. Some left winger we watched a few months ago, and we had the idea of maybe going back and looking at some old left wing videos to see how their takes have aged. I'm in the middle of doing that right now, and what strikes me the most is that from the earliest video, because I remember, I've told this story many times when I first started getting into the political side of things, how our side was genuinely confused about what was going on. We didn't know. We were like, okay, well, Anita Sarkeesian simply doesn't know how gaming works. If we can explain it, she'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But from this series of videos, I've realized that they always thought we were evil. Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm watching a video from 8 years ago that is simply stating anyone on the right is just evil. Actually, like, not even ignorant, not even like you can convert them. They're just actually evil, and the only way to deal with it is to actively censor or simply just make their position illegal.
You know, I've just been watching. I've watched some clips of Destiny today debating Konstantin kissing, and it genuinely preposterous. Like, Destiny's entire debate is literally it's the Vor strategy of call your opponent a Nazi. I mean, he doesn't actually call Konstantin a Nazi, but like that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to persuade him or like position him so that basically his position is morally untenable, regardless of the truth of it. And if Konstantin says something that is factually true and obviously morally correct, Destiny just tries to pretend it's not the case. He just tries to wish it away. And it's like, man, and the thing is, he posted this clip to his Twitter where Konstantin is showing him an article about how the RAF was like, yeah, we're not hiring useless straight white men. And in this clip, he's like, oh, right, so that article didn't say what you thought it said, did it? It might have been that they were useless because they were underqualified. And it's like, no, but the article itself tells you that these men got a £5,000 payout, 31 of them, because they were perfectly well qualified. It's just they were racially discriminated against because they were white. And Destiny has posted this as if he's correct. And it's like, I don't know what to say. Like, that's just delusion. But it comes from the perspective that Konstantin must be a bad person for arguing this.
Yes.
And it's just, okay, all right.
And that too has been key in my observations of this other guy's videos too. He makes entire videos basically explaining that the right never argues in good faith. They are always lying, and they could not possibly believe the things they are saying.
This is word for word what Destiny says to Konstantin. And Konstantin is just sat there looking into the distance going, right, okay, I am debating with a pigeon who's shitting on the chessboard right now. I've just realized. And everyone in Destiny's comments are like, oh, look at his face. He's been crushed. And it's like, no, he knows he's wasted his time. That's what this is.
Yes.
You haven't crushed anything.
Yeah. And again, this was like 8 years ago, the earliest video I was watching.
Well, this one I was watching was today.
Yeah,
like,
it hasn't
they
changed.
haven't changed at all. Yeah,
it hasn't gotten better. Like, the only thing that has happened is, in essence, that the right is catching up to the left. The right is also now looking up and realizing, okay, well, fuck, it's just war now.
They were right. Someone's evil. Like, it's definitely someone here that's evil.
Yes. And now, amusingly as well, is that some of the earliest arguments in this guy's video is debate is pointless, and you shouldn't debate the right because the right will just be evil. They'll only lie to you. They never believe anything. They just lie. Whose
video is this?
Innuendo Studios, I believe.
Oh, yeah. This is his alt-right playbook one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So everything is a lie. And This meant that debate was impossible because you assumed your opponent wouldn't ever debate in good faith.
Yeah.
The
Because
right,
they would never debate in good faith.
yeah, the right has kind of reached the same point now where it's too is like, okay, why the fuck should we debate? What is even the point?
Yeah.
And what happens when neither side is willing to speak to one another
Service
anymore?
guarantees citizenship.
Well, it's just war then, isn't it?
Yes. And this is where something else interesting comes in. So, to bring this back to the original topic, the war is losing MAGA quite a lot of ground, and amongst many of its content creators. And what I find fascinating with that is the idea of, okay, let's take the Nick Fuentes type, who say this all the time, so who cares? But then you've got the Tim Pools and the Shoe on Heads, who are beginning to be alienated from the right as well.
Yep.
Now, the assumption here is, if we just don't vote Republicans, maybe we can do what they happen in the UK, 0 seats, and then we'll see an alternative rise.
The problem is that essentially 0 seats needed to happen before Trump.
Yes. I don't think 0 seats can happen in the US, because what happens in the US if 0 seats is attempted, and it's kind of trending in that way now, where the poly market odds, for example, which is hardly scientific, but, people have money on the line, so they tend to try and make educated decisions.
Yeah.
41% chance of a Democratic sweep in the midterms, up 20%. That,
everyone hates the Democrats.
Yes, but that indicates that the normie opinion is like, holy shit, MAGA's position must be crumbling. Something is happening.
Yep.
And the Democrats have made it very clear, incidentally, that if they do manage to seize power, they are going to crush the right wing.
Oh, yeah.
Because they tried, of course, previous round with Joe Biden, where they prosecuted Trump for basically anything and everything they could get their hands on and tried to destroy him personally.
Yep.
The next round is probably going to be an even wider scale purge of that effect.
Yeah, probably.
So, not to be too doom-pilled or black-pilled here, but...
watch your backs.
Yes. I'm just saying that in an escalating political environment where your opponent has always thought you are purely evil, and for the first time you tried to fight back, and now they really think you're evil, and they believe that you've justified even greater oppression, they might just choose to do it.
Yeah. Basically, don't make stupid fucking decisions.
Yeah, and I don't... I guess we'll have to see a little bit, because we still don't know the actual outcome of the Iran conflict. This could still be salvaged, I thoroughly believe, as I too, I'm very sympathetic to the urge of getting rid of the Iranian regime. Very sympathetic.
Sure.
But it's going to probably come at a significant cost of the political position in the US and in the world at large.
But it's not like a frivolous thing that you're trying to attempt. So yeah, but we can bomb the shit out of them. Yeah, okay, that's stage one, not the end stage.
Yep. And the hopes and dreams, which is the end stage, is optimistic.
Yeah.
Very, very optimistic.
Well, it's just you just had to have a plan. I assume they would have had a plan, but what do I know?
We shall see. I'll do some super chats now that I've mostly talked about most of the big things. Although I will also point out another historical thing happened the other day. A Iranian Navy vessel chose to intern itself at a neutral port.
As in, give itself up.
Yes.
Honestly, not a bad move.
No, it's a fucking brilliant move. I would have done the same as an Iranian captain.
Yeah. Look, guys, we're just going to get blown up by the Americans because our leadership is shit as well.
But this hasn't happened for like 80 years.
Yeah.
As it is indeed part of the rules of war that if you are in a neutral port, you can go, okay, I don't want to take part in this war anymore. We will agree to be interned in a neutral port until the end of the conflict.
I mean, if you literally surrender, like, what are they going to do?
Yeah. So that was funny.
I didn't even hear about that. But I'm not monitoring the situation, so.
Monitoring the situation.
No, honestly, I've got better things to do. Other people can do it. Because I just don't think this is a very wise thing to have done in the first place. I don't think it's going to end very well, and I don't support it.
And might not. It has given us a nice preview of the upcoming propaganda war, though, with AI and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Do you remember Kim.com?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the
Heart
Iranian
still
side
hasn't
now.
given out then.
No.
Well, no shit.
And so he's talking about how Iran will roll out newly developed weapons gradually.
Oh, okay.
Because, in an all-out war, you need to pace yourself and not deploy your...
Yeah, you've only lost your leadership. Don't stress.
Yeah, you don't need to deploy your fancy toys all at once. That'd be silly.
Yeah, I've heard about this, but is there any indication they actually have anything?
No. Not beyond AI clips, anyways. And to be fair, the AI clips are fucking brilliant.
I don't know. I saw one where they were bringing this aeroplane out of a hangar and it was shit. It was like, this is not real.
True, but some of them are pretty good. I saw a bunch of people believing that the Iranians had underground rocket launchers a while ago.
People believe all sorts of bullshit.
There's also, this is the current PSYOP, that the Iranians painted pictures of aircraft on the ground, and then the Americans were bombing the painted-on aircraft instead of actual aircraft.
I'm sure that's how it worked.
Yeah, that's not not how anything works. But it sounds really cute, and it makes the Iranians sound very clever, which is probably why so many people believe it.
Yeah, this is like riffing on the British with the blow-up tanks that the Germans bombed in World War II.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, look, see, it's that. It's like, no, it's not that.
And then making up terms for it. I saw one where, Iran is painting the tarmac in radar reflective material.
What?
That's not how radar works. You don't paint something and it reflects more radar. Furthermore, the US
that
aircraft
would just
don't
amplify
target
its
you with
own
radar.
position, retards.
Yes, it's very stupid, but it demonstrates to us that there are a lot of people out there who don't really know any of this stuff.
Yeah, and AI, of course, is going to one-shot everyone. This is why I'm not monitoring it, right? I can't be fucked to pass through the bullshit.
That is a fair assessment.
Some
of it isn't even AI.
Bothered. Yeah, but nothing is reliable at this stage in a war.
No.
It's just not worth the hassle. For so many bad actors, so much bullshit. It's like, no, it can't be bothered.
I enjoy this one because it goes, each drone Iran makes costs $35,000 and will be shot down by Patriot missiles costing 3.7. And they've got a video with Russian text in the top left corner.
Amazing.
As these are Russian drones.
Incredible.
It is, and this thing is 1.2 million views.
Yeah. If I were following the situation, I'd just be like, okay, well, look, everything you're seeing is false, and I just have to over and over and over say, no, that's not true. That's not true. And that's all I'd be doing with my time, and I cannot be fucked with it.
Yeah. This one, 3.8 million views, and it's an AI-generated video of some Iranians painting aircraft on the tarmac.
Yeah.
3.8 million views, 27,000 likes.
No community note.
No community note either. I mean, to be fair, I imagine the community notes are just overwhelmed.
Yeah, but I love that the Iranians are dressed like the fucking Taliban.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
Well, because the prompt they used was like Middle Eastern men painting aircraft silhouettes on the tarmac.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Service guarantees citizenship.
We're going to
whenever
need to
something
start
happens,
educating.
Whenever something military happens, I just can't be bothered. Just cannot be bothered.
Yeah.
It was the same with the Russia-Ukraine thing. It's like, can't be bothered. It's all fake until proven otherwise.
It's all AI. Let's see, where did I put the tab? That's where I put the tab. Right, let me start with the important business of the day. Enigma! Oh, no, don't do that, YouTube. YouTube! I remember a time when YouTube didn't crash constantly.
No, you don't.
I do!
No, no one remembers it. Didn't happen. YouTube's always been this bad. I love Big Brother.
Enigma, with regards to the 77s, I want you to say the line in your best accent. In my best, they call them bastards. American accent, you need to specify. They call them, don't make me do this. I can't accent. They call them bastards. Bastards. That's as good as it gets, chat.
That's a good accent.
It's as good as it gets. Oh, before I forget to, the Vampire RP vote is also on, chat. We currently have 290 weighted votes for the radio operator, the party's first ally. And the Panzer Ace is lagging behind 224 votes. So if you're in the Vampire the Masquerade Discord, you can also find that on the stream itself. If you're interested in voting, do head on over there. And you can also donate for your favorite character as well, as the first episode of the Vampire RP was a lot of fun. Everybody behaved themselves very well, except for the double friendly fire incident. Kaiser Jäger, hey guys, good to see you all again. It's been a wonderful week of nothing happening, hasn't it? A wonderful week indeed.
Well, this is the thing, like, killing the Mullahs or whatever, it's like, okay, but they're just going to get replaced. Now what? So nothing really did happen. Like, structurally, everything is the same.
I agree, in part, but I also think there is a certain value in killing them. Because the point is, if you can keep doing it, and there is some evidence that they've been able to, you might hopefully get the next guy in line to be like, do I want to?
Yeah, but eventually, like, they're going to be able to avoid being bombed out of existence. They have to live. I mean, Iran is a giant mountain plateau. So they'll just drill into the mountain and just sit there forever, having stupid Mullah elections or whatever they do. Okay, great. Now what? And also, can you imagine the strength of the Iranian propaganda at this point?
They are going full force on social media, that's for sure.
But they're going to be like, oh, look, the Americans have just arbitrarily started bombing us. Why? Because Israel wanted them to. Look, here's Marco Rubio saying it. Here's Trump saying it. Israel wants you all dead. They want to do to you what they're doing to the Palestinians. I haven't looked at a single piece of Iranian propaganda, but I guarantee that's what they're saying. Like, fucking hell, man.
Yep. They are undoubtedly doing so, and those were some very silly statements that they made as well.
Ridiculous statements.
As we even did a stream of this some time ago, basically explaining that America does need to try to distance itself from Israel.
Yeah, I mean, just... like there was a survey a while ago that just showed that basically everyone under 40 thinks that Israel controls
Trick or
America,
treat.
at least when it comes to
Smell
foreign
your
policy.
feet.
And it's like, well, I mean, it's really hard to say they don't.
It is challenging.
What's the argument that they don't when Rubio comes out and says we had to do this, and Trump says we had to do this?
Cuban 922. So who's going to win, Arch? Hungary or Ukraine? Hungary, because it's not at war with anybody yet. Jason Webb, 2026, the year that happened in 3 months? Pretty much, yes.
God, I'm not looking forward to 2027, I'll tell you that.
You know, 2027, I think might not be that bad. The year I'm dreading is 2028.
Yep.
Imagine, Trump only has 1 year left in office, and he doesn't need to worry about getting reelected. And he clearly doesn't give a shit about the electability of the Republican Party after he's gone.
And he won't control the House or Senate, whichever one it is. So he won't be able to legislate even if he wanted to. And the thing is, he doesn't seem to do any legislating anyway.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
So it's like, what's the point of being the president if you're not actually going to fucking
Service
legislate?
citizenship.
You've got the House, the Senate, and the Congress or whatever. Just legislate some shit that they can't just undo. I'd be getting shit done, man.
Unpotatoed salmon. You all find it weird? Suddenly a bunch of different nations start to push for ID verification on the operating system level. This is Shadowrun shit. It's just... Okay, so there was a rumor going around, I don't know if it's been substantiated, that you would need a government ID to comment on YouTube in 2027.
Yes, all right. I haven't seen that.
I don't know if it was just a crazy rumor or what it was. There we go. YouTube. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Online Safety Act. So it's in response to the various nonsense going on in Europe and the UK, basically.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
The thing is, like, this is just the bureaucracy grinding on. Inevitably and unavoidably. It seems to be just a facet of governance that we will take away all freedoms everywhere at some point to some degree.
Yeah, well, freedom is inconvenient to a bureaucracy.
Yes. And so the push to do this online, this has been building up over years and years and years. This has been going for decades now, where they take away a little bit, until eventually we end up at, you're going to need to show your passport to access the internet.
Yeah.
And it's not good. It's not fun. Nobody likes it, but none of us are voting on it, because this is all happening in European Union bureaucracies and shit like that.
Yeah, if I got a vote on this, I'd say no.
It sucks, and it's probably unavoidable until we do something drastic. Via Hayton, the East is burning past the marshmallows. Alex Anderson, no Italian. Will he meet Lumi first? Lumi Hexagon. No Italian. Italian. Gay? That is a synonym, largely, yes.
No homo, basically.
Oh, yes. So, we were going to have Metatron on this week's, but his wife is pregnant. Is Metatron Italian? He's an Italian, is he? He's American.
I think he's Sicilian, so yes.
Sicilian?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But he will come on. It'll just happen on the 26th instead, is the current plan. So.
Yeah, he disrespected us by inconveniently allowing his wife to give birth this week.
Unfortunately.
Jokes aside, though, congratulations, Metron. Hope it goes great.
Yep. I don't think she's in labor, but there was apparently some sickness and stuff going on.
Oh, yeah. But what it means is, like, he has responsibilities.
Yes. Yeah, see? He lives in America now. That means he's an American. I don't give a shit. He's an American now. Lazy Viking. Good news are rare these days, but for a couple of days now, there's been plenty.
Has there?
Has it indeed? Lunas. Prince, Iran has single-handedly doubled the price of RAM with all the AI videos they are making. Pretty close, yes.
Oh, man. That's another thing as well, right? The price of oil is going up, boys.
Ah, yes. The OPEC countries are already trying to react by increasing output because nobody actually wants the price of oil to increase, not even the oil companies, because it'll cause even further instabilities, then nobody can buy the oil, then even more green energy gets pushed in, like...
But trust me, the prices are going fucking up.
Yeah, probably. Did you see there was a fascinating little article on over on LinkedIn entitled "It's Time to Start View Botting"?
No.
So when we talked about everything getting worse and the economy around the internet, etc., no good news. So view botting. There was an article. I did a video on it a couple of days ago where the guy basically says everybody's doing it. And when everybody's doing it, if you're not doing it, you're going to screw yourself by not doing it.
I'm not view botting.
And on a wider level, this then makes one think, okay, let's entertain the notion that view botting is quite widely used. And
how to do it.
I
have lost.
Go on.
I have a hard time believing that view botting isn't widely used because the view botting center seems to be getting more advanced. Which suggests to me that there's clearly some money in this business model.
You ignorant slut.
But aren't YouTube going to be like, oh, you're view botting, we're going to ban your account?
They are. Well, they're going to try, but how are they going to detect it?
It'll probably be something about unusual activity, and like there'll be like a period of time where you load up your stream, people watch, and then suddenly 500 people just out of nowhere decide to watch in a certain period of time, and it'll be like, well, that's sus. And I think that's how they'll get it.
Possibly. And they have been doing some stuff like that, with people being accidentally schmacked with it. As there have been people who have gotten their accounts taken down for suspicious activity, where YouTube assumes they are botting. But on Twitch, it's apparently a massive issue. And, I mean, for the platform, too, like... It looks bad, I guess, because if view botting is a major issue and you get rid of all of the view botting, now suddenly your platform looks way less popular, and you're now going to have to explain to the advertisers why you've let them spend so much money on fake views for as long as you have.
Yeah, and also, like, I mean, it just seems like a fucking terrible idea because you're going to get caught.
Yes. And there's the thing, too, though, because he basically argues that the creators who do it are on the too big to fail status list, where if Twitch cracks them, they will lose so much viewership and so much trust that they can't hit them. That, along with the difficulty of detecting them, the allegation is then that it is very frequent. Now, who knows if that is true? This has been a very hot topic for the last year or so, and I have seen some stats that look pretty convincing, where streamers just like increase by like 2,000 viewers in minutes.
Well, yeah, like Hassan Piker.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's view botting.
But this also means that the entire creator economy is just kind of getting screwed, because if people are view botting, then obviously you're going to get outcompeted because the algorithm functions that the bigger the stream, the better. Plus, if somebody is looking for a stream to watch and they see one stream with 1,000 viewers and another stream with 2,000 viewers, they're picking the one with 2,000 viewers. it also means that the advertisers going to flock around the largest streams as well. And if you look at some of the biggest streams, like I haven't paid much attention to the streaming world, but that there's apparently like dozens of people now that's pulling 50,000 live views at a time. Like,
yeah, I'm sure they are bossing.
It's like, is that even a thing? Like,
you know what? I bet the one person on Twitch who's not doing it is Asmongold.
yeah, I can see a couple people doing it. I can see Asmongold doing it. I can see like when Markiplier streams for the first time after releasing Iron Lung, he's got 50,000 views. Like, okay, I buy that.
But Hassan Piker, I mean, his was going down a while ago, where he halved his audience. He went from 40,000 to 20,000, and suddenly he's back up to 40,000. It's like, oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, he was actively bleeding like 100 subscribers every day.
Yeah, but now right back up.
Yeah, it's strange.
Just.
And if this really is that, widespread problem, I mean, how do you even know? How do you know what streams are legit? And
You don't.
there's also then presenting the abuse as well. Like, okay, let's say the platforms really start cracking down. Now some other person, because it's not like you need confirmation to do this, can just go, I really hate this guy. I'm going to viewbot him 500 people to get his account taken down.
God, that's a great point. If it does start doing that, then you can literally assassinate your fucking opponents.
Yeah. It's beginning to feel like one of those problems that is very large because the solution to the problem might be as bad as the problem.
Yeah.
Or at least in the short term, because this is a long-term problem, right? Which will absolutely ruin trust in internet, especially for advertisers, which might lead to yet another adpocalypse. I mean, it might even be worse. Because right now,
if essentially they can prove that the entire sort of influencer ecosphere is fake, that's not good.
Yeah. Like, because right now, the advertisers are moving more and more onto the online space. Social media, YouTube, streaming, things like these. And more away from traditional media because there's more people on the online space.
Yeah.
But if those people turn out to be bots, the advertisers are going to recoil, because at least that is not a problem on television.
Yeah. And, exactly. On regulated platforms, like TV and things like that. Like, I mean, there's always a certain percentage that aren't, but, it's not the same.
Yeah. I feel like I need to start a segment that's called The Things That Are Actually Getting Better to counterbalance some of this. The only problem is I have a hard time thinking of anything.
Yeah, what would we put in it?
Yeah, what would we put in it? Chat, you're going to have to start sending us messages like things that have gotten better, just so we can end each stream with and something that got better this week.
Genuinely, though, fucking real problem.
Yeah, genuinely. This could actually be the thing that kills the user-created content, which was such a brilliant idea, man. It's so amazing that we can have people just making content, whatever they want, wherever they want, for whatever audience they want.
Yeah.
And now we might ruin it because some people decided that their piece of the pie wasn't large enough.
It seemed like such a good idea.
It did seem like such a good idea.
And so this is the thing, right? I couldn't bring myself to Viewbot, not for two reasons. Right? One, I'm fucking cheap, man. I am not paying money, if I don't have to. But two, it would be damaging to my ego to be like, right, so people aren't actually watching. What I would think, I've got to change what I'm doing, rather than I've just got to fake it.
Yeah. But there's also... So I looked at the stats in my video on this, where... Here's the thing. if you're you or you and I, we are quite well established because we got lucky and good, and we can now rely on having an audience.
Yeah.
But do you want to have a guess at, like, what percentile of streamers do you think we are in right now with, let's see, what do we got now? 1,700 viewers. What percentile do you think we're in?
I don't know, top 50?
No, like 50%?
Yeah.
Okay, you're slightly off.
I don't know. I never follow any of these statistics.
We are in the top 0.1%.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
What? Really?
Yes.
I felt that the internet was much bigger than that.
It kind of is, but for Twitch, for example, do you want to have a guess at how many people are streaming? So how many creators are streaming to between 0 to 5 people?
Ignorant slut.
Oh, no, it's going to be like 50% or something, isn't it?
99.
Oh, no way.
4.5 million people are in that bracket. It's
okay,
insane.
well then I might start view bossing.
Okay, not quite. No, 90% like are smaller than us. Like, except my statistics are shit because I'm terrible at this. But like a huge percentage. So in this case, now you can see why people view boss. Because if you purchase yourself just even 1,000 viewers, it isn't a small increment. It makes your stream look like it's hundreds of times higher up on the ranking of things.
Yeah. God, man. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I've only been doing this for like 13 years. I don't know. I just do what I think is a good idea.
Yep. It's a sucky position to be in. And it's very much so like dead internet theory, and worse still even than that.
Well, I'd just like to thank everyone for being here.
Yes. Yes. Those of you who are real, thank you.
Yeah. From the bottom of my heart, those people who aren't bots watching us, I really, really appreciate you watching.
I'd appreciate you more if you hit the like button, though.
Yeah. 395? 1,700 watching, 395 likes. Come on, guys.
Prove
you're
you're
replaced
not
with bots. Can bots press the like button?
Yes, unfortunately.
Right, you're all getting fucking great replaced. That's it.
On that terrible disappointment, let's move forward. DJ Phantom, Congress keeping anything secret is like installing a screen door in a submarine. Also, the powerings will continue until Iran improves. Oh, even worse, there are now bots that can chat.
Chat, what do you do better than the bot? Superchats. That's the only thing. You better start sending them in.
I mean, I guess, yes, but the worst part is super chats don't count towards the algorithm. That's the insane part. Like, a super chat counts as one interaction. So...
Right. Here we go. Marek Zielinski here. Yay, all the positivity. F you bots get super chatted. That's right. All the bots in the chat got owned.
Question. Fire is the answer.
I actually think it might be a good idea for platforms to start focusing more on contributions.
Yeah, no kidding.
Start boosting people based on activity and donations. And it sounds retarded and gay and greedy, but at least the bots
makes
don't
much
do
more
it.
sense. Because what you're describing is someone who has a good connection with their own audience.
Guarantees citizenship.
Yeah.
Like, just, the raw number, okay, great, but A, like you say, that's easy to manipulate. But B, that doesn't necessarily show that the audience is engaged and is actually... Because, like, if you're if you're selling, or if you're an advertiser, you're like, look, I want an influencer whose audience hangs on their every word. So actually, super chats and just chat metrics anyway, likes, all that sort of thing, and comments, regular interactions, all that sort of thing, and watch time and all that sort of stuff. That's what you're actually looking for. The raw number is not that useful.
Yeah. Even though I am very hesitant to add yet more to the algorithm that is already groaning under the weight of its additions.
Well, sure, but...
Man, it was so much easier back in the day when subscribers was like the only thing that you needed to care about.
Yeah. Yeah, when YouTube actually showed your content to the people who said, YouTube, I would like to see this content.
Yes.
Such halcyon, naive days.
So remember, chat, to adequately interact with this stream, you must type in chat, leave a like, comment on the video afterwards, donate, watch for at least 2 to 3 minutes to make sure you count, and I think... No. Then you need to subscribe, then you need to click the bell, and then you need to actively click every video for the next 5 years, and then you will have successfully interacted. Congratulations.
Chat has pointed out that the Mr. Twisted Frenzy has pointed out that there's one way of finding out if it's a bot or not. End towers. And it's like,
That's
well, you know what?
true.
I think no. I don't think the Chinese care that much.
That's also true.
Right. I suspect that some entrepreneurial Chinaman will happily create a bot that does end towers.
Yeah. I think, in fact, maybe if you buy another bot for like $5 extra, you get them building end towers.
Yeah.
I am very upset by the state of the internet in general.
It is disappointing, isn't it?
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery?
How did the human substitute to Rankar? Remember when I said I would need to stop doing Superchats as I was being made redundant and company liquidated? Interview on Tuesday for a higher paying job. You beaches are never getting rid of me. Well, congratulations, sir.
Yeah, I like the fact that when when one door closes, another opens, right?
Yes. Unless you're on
Good
YouTube,
news.
where the doors just close.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
With robots behind them.
Yeah. And you get replaced by some titty streamer, and you're just like, oh, great.
God, like, our inevitable future is basically to be outcompeted by teenagers streaming to Indian phones in their bedrooms.
Oh, God. It's so true.
It is. Like, at some point in the not too distant future,
hell.
we will sit here on our isolated little bubble on the internet talking to the same people every month. Meanwhile, some kid is the most popular streamer on the world with 50,000 Indian mobile phones viewing him.
Saying 6767 over and over.
Yes.
Fucking hell. God, it's a dire future, isn't it?
Can't I be... Fine, I'd prefer to be replaced by virtual YouTubers again. Can we go back to that? At least there was a certain dignity in being outcompeted by a big-titted anime girl.
Yeah. And that's not even talking about, like, AI YouTubers, right? Like, there are entire AI channels now where it's just like, right, okay. Like, it'll just be slop.
Oh,
Slop
God.
channels.
The future is bots streaming to bots, commenting to bots.
Yeah. With bots saying like and subscribe, and it just fuck me. I mean, on the plus side, I am going to be happy when I'm basically we're basically the last true humans on the internet. At least I'll know I am a proper, authentic human being on the internet.
Yep. We'll be sitting there. We'll be streaming to the 10 last human beings on Earth.
Yeah.
We'll be buried under 700 layers of algorithm as a AI VTuber streams to 50,000 Indian phones. The only people there will be the guy monitoring chat.
Yeah. But on the plus side, right? On the plus side, I think that what's going to happen is that people will start craving authentic human interaction, right? They won't care how shit the content is. They'll just be like, oh, it's an actual human. Thank fuck. I'm actually seeing another real life human. Thank fuck. And so my content is going to take a dramatic turn downhill. I'm going to put in zero fucking effort.
Maybe.
I'm like, what you can do? Go watch a bot. Go watch some AI slop.
Frog Jupiter. Trump promised no wars with Iran, so he delivered a curb stomp. Also watch with the new thumbnail with your face in it. Looks like a bad change. I am testing it out. I'm probably going to test it for like a week, and then I'll go back to another style again. Because YouTube is doing the thing again, where the metrics are going wild up and down.
Yeah, it's genuinely, right, chat. So for anyone who doesn't know, right, YouTube will tell you, oh, subscribers are a vanity metric. And then on the back end, it'll say fewer of your subscribers are interacting with this video. Therefore, it has fewer views than before. Or more of your subscribers are interacting with this video. Therefore, it's been boosted in the algorithm. And it's like, well,
yes.
Why tell us it's a vanity fucking metric then? And so
yes.
YouTube will give you videos on the back end that tells you about like the way that they're doing things. And they posted one a couple of months ago about the algorithm. And what they basically said was, oh, right, okay, so basically, if it within 10 minutes or something, a certain percentage of your subscriber base interact with the video, then the video actually is recognized by YouTube as being a quote unquote good video. And therefore it will boost it. If it's not, then it'll deboost it. And it's like, yeah, okay, but there's a lot of other considerations that go into whether this is a good video or not. Like, it's not just how many people click it in the first 20 seconds, right?
Yes. And this is actually one of YouTube's more interesting changes, where channels now have a fascinating little barrier system, where if you're a small channel and you get a really good takeoff video, you are likely to have an enormous amount of growth very, very, very quickly, as YouTube will go like, oh my god, you're really shooting up the algorithm there, because way more people are watching it than you have subscribers. That's amazing. Yeah. If, however, you have a large subscriber base and you're not mobilizing all of them, which is basically impossible, then YouTube will look at your video and go, well, that's terrible. I'm going to de-rank you now.
Yeah. And so you get trapped in a curse of having a big channel with no viewers. Because YouTube has decided that actually all those people who click subscribe to your videos didn't want to watch them.
Yes.
It's like, retards. No, you're just not showing them.
And so they're going to start not sending out the notifications, and then they're going to give you fewer impressions, and so on. So, one of the things is there are various metrical scores at the back end as well. So right now, I'm basically testing out what YouTube has told me to do. It's given me like a checklist of things. These are the things you need to do for an effective thumbnail. So I'm going to try that for a week. And that includes plastering my fucking face on everything as much as it upsets me. And I hate it. It feels fucking cringe. But it's like, okay, I'll try. And then I'll do a test week the week thereafter where I do the thumbnails that I used to do. And then I'll see the metrics and hopefully I'll get some information out of it. Who even knows? As
honestly.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of YouTube and the way that it does things. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. And the thing is, right, so YouTube, they're trying to maximize audience clicks, as in they just want you to click on the videos, right? And so they don't care about anything beyond that. So good luck.
Yep. And the problem too is, like, on the one hand, we don't get enough information as to what works. On the other hand, we get way too much information. Like, the back end of YouTube these days is a fucking nightmare, as it's got all of these things, like monthly or subscriber oversell, like how much you earned, how compared to other videos, your impressions, etc. But you don't know what affects any of these things.
Yeah. It'll tell you what happened, but it won't tell you why it happened. And it's just like, for fuck's sake, YouTube. If you want, and this is the thing, right? YouTube's like, yeah, we're just going to optimize for maximum clicks. It's like, well, why don't you help me help you? Tell me what gets the most views, like the formula to get the most views, and I'll do it. I don't mind. I'm willing to work with you on this, YouTube. And YouTube's like, no, I don't need your help.
Yes. And then, of course, there's the back end feedback as well. So I tried the first test with the whole face thing versus a old style thumbnail. The new one with the face got 20% more traction. So I was like, okay, well, this is clearly working. Then later on in the week, I'm seeing it trend downwards. And so I'm like, okay, YouTube is telling me that this is doing better, but the numbers aren't saying it. So this is why we do experiments, chat.
But also, this is the kind of thing that YouTube does to you. It's like, okay, why are you telling me to do something that I can see is having measurably damaging results?
Yep. So I'll do that for a week. I'll go back to the other week, and then I'll probably publish the data in like a video explaining it. Because I can't tell you I'm doing it before I'm doing it, chat, you little tard. It'll ruin the fucking experiment. And sometimes YouTube just does weird shit to you for other reasons as well. Like, don't become a YouTuber, chat. As glamorous as this might seem.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a wonderful job, and I'm really glad I've got it. I really don't want to have to do something else. But YouTube just do not make it easy.
No, they don't. Charles the Beagle, off topic. I hear that the director of District 9 and Chappie, Neil Blomkamp, is writing and directing a remake of Starship Troopers. Oh, God.
Did we make Starship Troopers?
I have been hearing that they're making a remake of Starship Troopers. We'll see about that.
Is there something wrong with the original film?
I guess we'll find out.
Does anyone think they're going to come anywhere near the glory of the first film?
No, but I'm sure what they might be thinking is, listen, people didn't understand the message of the first film.
Listen, you don't understand just how fascist they were.
Yes, that's
and
what
you know
I'm
what,
worried
Hollywood?
about.
You know what, Hollywood? I agree with you. What you need to do is try and drill it into everyone's heads that if you don't want to get eaten by space bugs, you're a Nazi. That's what you need to do. Really, really go ham on that.
Yep. It's probably going to be a more preachy Starship Troopers, which would be upsetting.
No doubt. Like, I honestly, I'm completely in favor of these people literally heaping up hundreds of millions of dollars into a big pile and then burning them. Completely in favor of it.
That's sort of what they're doing, except they're producing something that we have to then cringe at.
Well, yeah, but we don't have to watch it or give them the money, right? So, like, you guys, I want a huge pile of cash that you're just going to set fire to because you're retarded. Go for it. Like, it's not my money, you're burning. It's your money. And the quicker you go fucking bankrupt, the better.
God, I wish they would, though. Like, let's see if I can find it here. So, there we go. Right, so you want to have a rough stab at how much debt Paramount and Warner Brothers are going to have when they merge?
Go on. I have no idea.
$79 billion. That's
got to collapse eventually, right?
You'd fucking think so?
Well, at some point, someone's got to be like, look, guys, I don't think we're getting this money back. I think we might be throwing good money after bad, and I think it might be time to just bug out.
Again, you'd think so. I genuinely don't understand how these companies keep going on. They must just be borrowing to pay off their debtors. And somehow the next bank they go to just goes like, oh, sure.
Oh, Paramount Pictures. I've heard of that.
You're a very successful studio. You need $120 million? Oh, okay.
It's so stupid.
And hey, I'm still happier for Paramount than Netflix, because at least with Paramount, there's the off chance we might get something good, whereas with Netflix, it's guaranteed we won't. But
I can't remember the last thing I watched on Netflix that was good.
How does a studio even continue to function with $79 billion in debt? I don't understand.
Honestly, I just had no idea it was that fucking large.
I'm kind of arrived at the position now that we'll never get rid of these companies. No matter how badly they mismanage things, they can just borrow more money from each other.
No. The thing is, think about the early days of the internet. No one's using any of those companies now. They all got superseded.
That's
companies
true.
actually do go down. You just don't think about it, because why would you care, right? But no. These things do change.
Man, I hope so. And the thing is, too, I wish this was such an excellent opportunity. Okay, so Warner Brothers mismanaged everything massively, enormously. They managed to bungle Superman, a man that has as much brand recognition as fucking Jesus Christ, and they managed to bungle it. And they've made every poor decision with DC Universe, just one after the other. They deserve to die, and then what should happen is that we auction off all of their shit. All of it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you want to buy Batman? Okay, give us a bid. We're not going to allow anybody to bid. No, we can put this in the court of fucking law, and we're going to parcel it out piecemeal.
I'm not really a fan of Batman.
But imagine, though, let's say that a small, like, startup studio gets Batman. Like, he's their entire world. They're going to pour everything they have into making Batman good.
Can't even imagine it.
And there's so many DC characters. Like, okay, screw the big characters, right? Booster Gold. Have a bunch of people who's like, we want to make a superhero satire. Booster Gold is perfect for us. Have them buy him for like $100,000 or whatever. Or the Lone Ranger. That was an ancient fucking hero that nobody remembers anymore.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not even sure if that's his name anymore. But somebody buys him and it's like, okay, I'm going to make like sloppy kind of superhero Western style stuff. At least those companies wouldn't just salt them away and never use them, because to them, this is all of their money. They're investing everything, their careers and future, into making this a success.
They would at least have a reason to try and make something good.
Yes. Streamlabs, Sanders, I am a little disappointed that Swindon Grievance Factory, that's mean, didn't make it into the right-wing Oscar poster.
No. That was from the Hope Not Hate State of Hate report that they talk about like the British right and how, it's all going down for like, the left now. But the thing is, they're kind of true, and they called us the Swindon Grievance Factory. But that was actually a cool sounding title. So everyone was like, oh, badass. I got a really good write-up. They were like, oh, wow, look at the production values on this. And we were like, oh, thanks very much.
Also, a gun without a safety likely means trigger safety. Trigger safety. Isn't that the one where, like, the gun only fires when you pull the trigger? Which, I mean, I get that that's a safety, and as in avoiding accidental discharge, but when a mentally ill woman is holding it, that's not a safety.
Don't guns normally only fire when you pull the trigger?
I mean, the normal safeties prevent you from pulling the trigger, full stop.
Correct, yeah.
Which sounds sensible to me.
Yeah. What else would they be for?
One wonders. Marielva, there was also the Pakistan submarine that sunk Indian missile boats many years ago. Yeah, again, like, just stop building surface ships. Submarines are the king.
Yeah.
Death sent
Submarines
1,000
and
kick.
aircraft carriers.
Hello, Lord Arch and Sir Sargon. How your week is going? Well, how your week is going well? It's going very well, thank you.
Yeah, it's going all right.
Was the Fallen Fund an
Nothing
MLP RPG?
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Marksman, Iran got hit harder than the femboy and Porkers got hit from Amal's back shots. Tell Sargon about Amal becoming the new rags for the dice rolls. Can't wait for season 2. Also, I like how they ran away from your boss fight. Yes, one of the players in the RP had a bit of an unfortunate dice roll where she shot one ally in the back and then proceeded to shoot another ally in the back.
Well, happens to the best of us, to be honest.
It does, it does. Lazy Viking, I saw a leftist complaining about the sinking of the frigate. According to them, doing it in international water made it a war crime. Yeah.
I'm so sick of hearing the words, this is an illegal war. It's like an illegal war. Who the fuck would you appeal to sign off on this war?
Service
The
guarantees
UN?
citizenship.
Shut
Well,
up.
just call the world police and Trump's phone will ring.
Exactly.
He'll take your complaint very seriously.
It's so childish.
Hyena Fur, Respublica Islamica Irania Delanda Est, Vivat Regnum Persarum. I think that means long live Persia. Which I agree with, by the way. Bass player, HKP30 has a no safety option. I think Glock does as well, but they usually have a trigger safety.
Right.
I'm kind of confused why it's even legal to sell guns without a safety on them. That seems
Yeah, I don't know.
silly to me. Quietus, what goodwill is he burning? The EU already hated us and held us in contempt before Trump ever came along. With his supporters, I guess. I mean, I don't know what Trump could do to make me willing to let the current Democrats get back in power. Well, yes, so the EU, yeah, no, they already hate you, don't worry about it. But it is clearly doing a lot of damage to the moderate right wing, I believe.
Yeah. But also, there's a difference between, yeah, we hate you, but you're America, therefore we're going to have to work with you. And we hate you, and you've given us reason to not work with you.
Yes. There's also the idea here, again, of there is a group of people in America that still hasn't fully understood what the left wing will do to them if they get the opportunity.
It's worse than that, actually. The partisan Republicans and Democrats are a shrinking block, and the independents are a growing block. I think the independents have got up to like 45% now.
Damn.
So, you know, both parties are alienating their bases.
Yes. And the issue here also then swiftly becomes that the Democrats have been in a war mode for a while. The oversteps they've already committed was them still holding back.
Yeah.
And with ICE now attempting to enforce the rules, which they view as the Gestapo in the streets.
And they're quite bold about telling you that.
Yes. Their actions are only going to become more extreme. There is absolutely no chance, in my opinion, whatsoever, of a left-wing de-escalation if they enter power. No. So we're kind of locked in this escalatory pattern now, and on the one hand, as I've said on multiple occasions previously, that is the only option the right has. The right cannot de-escalate because it has been the only one to de-escalate, and the left has no interest in doing so.
Yeah.
But that still means we're trapped in an endless series of escalation, so fuck.
Yeah.
Heresy's the question.
So it's
Fire
not
is the
great
answer.
news either way. Really.
No, it's not a fantastic situation. Xenoxon, US lacks the stomachs to be an occupying force. Unfortunately, cost is an issue. Willingness to use brutality, collective punishment, etc. is needed. Also, didn't Trump tell the citizens to wait until he was done bombing?
Trick or treat. Can I
Yes, I do not believe... Like, the American army is simply not an occupying force. It never has been, I think.
But it's always failed when it does.
Yes. It goes in, and that's why it needs to try and create local militia coalitions. The thing is, this actually was working very well in Vietnam for a long period of time. When the Green Berets were allowed to try to coalition build in villages, the Fortified Village program, that worked. Until the US decided to try and end the war with just bombing.
Well, lessons have been learned. No, they haven't actually. What I'm talking about?
No, they haven't, indeed.
Yeah, no lessons have been learned.
Gulliver, Glock has plenty of safeties, but they rely on the trigger not being pulled. Which, again, in the hands of a mentally unstable woman.
Yeah.
Jack
Mentally
Price.
unstable woman for legal reasons.
Most modern strike-fire handguns do not have manual safeties. I daily carry a Glock 17. It's not an issue with proper trigger discipline. Yes.
Yeah, but if all these caveats.
Yes.
It's like, sorry. It turns out lunatics can get hold of them.
Yes, I'm starting to see the pro-gun control argument again now that trans people are getting access to them. Maybe mental health checks aren't the worst idea after all.
I mean, just mental health conditions should be classified as mental health conditions. Because, I mean, if you've got a mental health condition, you can't get a gun.
Plague Runner. You know what? We're in the wrong timeline. The West has sort of condemned America for Iran, whereas the Muslim countries are like, do it harder. Well, yes. Unironically, because they have to live next to them.
Yeah, the Iranians are constantly fucking with their business as well.
Yep. I guarantee you, if France was next to Iran, it would be far more eager. 729060. America has proven we are the true inheritors of Rome. Your Europeans may cry now.
Not seeing it.
MC Veins, most modern handguns don't have a manual safety or have an option to come without one. Reason is that high stress scenarios, they can get you killed, plus carry the gun in a holster and not your hands. I mean, I get it, right? But this kind of strikes me as the cyclist who decides to buy a $5,000 bike, the condom suit, and a race helmet designed to minimize your aerial resistance. Like,
yeah.
Trick or treat.
Most scenarios, you're not going to find yourself in the position where the 0.5 seconds required to flip off the safety is going to be a serious inconvenience. But what do I know? We're not even allowed to own guns in Norway.
I think you could get rifles and stuff.
I can. I definitely don't own any, of course, for legal reasons. But you can get them, technically.
Yeah. Same here. I just can't be bothered to go through the hoops.
Chaos. I haven't looked into this to make sure it holds water, but I have a personal theory. Every region in the world goes through a warring states type period before stabilizing or homogenizing. It's the Middle Eastern a modern example? No, because the Middle East has been in their warring states period for as long as the Middle East has existed.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I mean, I could see America possibly entering their warring states period right about now. It certainly fucking looks like it.
No, the thing is that to have that kind of period, there has to be a kind of assumption that the correct order of the country is unity, and that has never been the assumption in the Middle East.
Marcus Jackson, Glocks don't have a safety. You don't want to forget your safety on when you only have a split second to shoot. Guns are not fidget toys, though running drills with a new handgun is good for familiarization, but you do it unloaded or with dummy rounds. Yes.
Well, sure, but are they going to do that?
Are they them going to do that? No.
Sorry, yeah, are they them going to do that? Yeah.
As it turns out. I mean, you've got to understand as well just how stupid how many people are. Like, even for a complete gun idiot, you're like, okay, well, live rounds in the chamber when I'm playing with my weapon, probably bad idea.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people out there who even then go like, But what's the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah, I mean, like, a normal person treats the gun with respect, right? They understand that guns are dangerous and bad things could happen, so you are sensible about it. These people are not sensible people.
I have lost. Shit.
Nazar the Scapegoat, U.S. submarine, a Ganger for 8 years. My dad was an FT, fire control for 12 years. We are all having a great time with the submarine footage. The submarine community is very tight-knit, and we've all been having a lot of fun. I imagine, yes. Because this is kind of the fun scenario of bullying the weak and helpless.
Yeah, you finally get to do something with the submarines.
True, you're carrying around dozens of $5 million torpedoes with incredibly advanced guidance systems. You know you're the absolute top predator of the world's oceans, and you never get to do anything.
Yeah, because every day is going to be basically a nothing ever happens day until one day.
Every day you spend your time just following some boat. It has no idea you're there. You could murder it at any time, and you're just like, no, you're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to.
But sir, can't we just... No. But just one? No.
Not even one.
Just one little torpedo. We'll do a dumbfire one, we promise. Does the target know you're there? No? Okay, no then. Lord Easel, the Visigoths are handing over Iberia to the Saracens yet again. Yes. So, Spain is an interesting country because despite the fact that they just legalized, like, what was it, tens of thousands of people? We talked about this a few months ago.
Wasn't it 500,000?
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of people. And
it was like 500,000 Muslims.
The Spanish left wing is still not... no, the left wing. The right wing is still not rising. It is actually doing fairly poorly still.
Makes you wonder how that's possible, doesn't it?
I guess like 50 years of Francoism gave them a distaste for it. I can only assume.
Franco is one of the few fascist dictators who didn't come out that badly, as I understand it.
Well, at the very least, he didn't get invaded at any point, so that's nice.
Yeah. There are way worse examples.
Tanushi. Neighboring countries have either spillovers in Iran, so Pakistan, Azerbaijan, and the Kurds take advantage of the situation. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, the Kurds are thinking about it. You'd think the Pakistanis would be thinking about it too, but they also got to worry about India, and they don't have the best...
I mean, like, what does the Pakistani occupation force look like?
I don't think I want to know.
That's the thing. Like, the armies of India and Pakistan are not exactly very impressive.
Rubber legs. A buddy of mine has been part of the fun removing Iranian air defenses. Can't say more than that. It's the first time since World War II that a US sub has gotten a ship by torpedo, you snow person. That makes sense, but you claimed the first time since World War II.
But I'm just glad everyone has fun.
Yeah, everybody's enjoying themselves. I'm sure the people flying all of the seed missions must be enjoying themselves too now, because they too never get to shoot at anything. Zaloxon, I wasn't anti-Semitic until after the behavior of Israel when Kirk was killed. Since then, everything I have seen, including the Epstein files, has firmly made me pro-mustache man.
Well, I don't think anyone should become pro-mustache man, but I also don't think you should be like an Israel partisan. I mean, well, if you're Jewish, fine, obviously. But like, Israel is clearly out for Israel, and that's it.
Yes, it's one of the only nations on Earth right now that still seemingly believes that it should put itself first.
I know, it's mental. I just want Israel's policies for my own country.
Yes. I cannot judge Israel too harshly, for I wish I was it.
Yeah, I would do the same, but fucking, don't expect me to get on board.
Mr. Bob, for 50 new Zeki buck. Nothing will ever be idiot-proof because God is a better inventor than you are, and he invents the idiot to a idealistic radio operator. There you go. Yes, the universe is constantly in the contest of creating a bigger and better idiot-proof system. Or humanity is trying to create an idiot-proof system, and the universe is working to create a bigger and better idiot.
Yeah.
So far, the universe is winning.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Lyndon Tilson, all your goats belong to us. The vast natural resources of Iran will be secured.
One thing Americans should remember is that Iranians aren't Iraqis. Like they are more sophisticated than Afghans, you know.
Jason, the plan was to wipe out Iran's missile capabilities and prevent them from ever getting a nuke. In my opinion, take care of the cult that want to bring the end times with nukes, then deal with the aftermath. So
have you not? No, hang on. Have you not seen the meme where George W. Bush has rung up like the French president? I can't remember, it was Jacques Chirac or someone, and he starts blithering on about Gog and Magog and the end times, and Chirac is just like, someone get the French Protestant League on the phone and ask them to explain this. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, and why would you? Like, it's not like, oh, you know, it's just them who are crazed, like, you know, end times prophecy nut jobs. America's full of those people.
I do hope that there will be a calming down in the aftermath, because again, I'm still technically kind of in favor of this. I just hope it's done better. I would like the Iranian people to be free, and they're definitely not free at the moment.
Yeah, I would be happy to see the Iranian people free as well, obviously. But, like, you can see it going wrong in real time, where silly assumptions have been made that are obviously not panning out. And it's like, okay, maybe you need to think about what you're doing here.
Jafar the
I say
Blade.
this as someone who supported Trump all through both campaigns.
Jafar the Blade. NATO members refuse use of their bases, proving the entire Greenland thing justified. Also, UK gives up its 300 years control on ship insurance. Eh? 300 ship insurance. I don't know about that.
Oh, Trump basically declared it was over. And it was like, okay. And obviously there's nothing Britain can do about it. So we're just like, oh, okay.
Violet Death Ray. Okay, Carl, I love you like a brother, but it's been like 2 days taking out targets. It's supposed to be 4 weeks. What do you mean? Where's the revolution? Yeah, I mean, as I say, I would like to see something happen. Maybe it will. And 4 weeks has this been announced now that they can do it for 4 weeks?
I think Hegseth actually said 8 weeks today.
Ah.
But like I said, I have been monitoring the situation. I've just seen what's come across my timeline. So that might not be correct.
I do hope there's a revolution. I shall sit on the fence on this one.
I'm just not very optimistic.
I recognize the damage this has done to the American right wing, but there is still time to mend it, and I hope it does.
The thing is, the Maduro thing was really good, actually, because it made America look fucking powerful and competent. You know, it's like, we're just going to kidnap him. What then? Not a problem. I mean, that's actually quite clever. If you just, like, bomb the Ayatollah and just be like, right, what now? Not a problem.
And it happened quickly and cleanly. That was the thing. There was no time for the doubters to really kick shit into gear.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's, yeah, exactly. You know, but that's not what's happening here.
Yes, this time there's a lot more opportunity for the doubters to start kicking shit into gear.
Yeah.
Alex Robertson for $20. Thank you very much, sir. Firas Modat's assertion is that this was a very poorly planned based on logistics and tactics. And AA thinks this is rogue. Other regime people are not happy. Also stupid because they want the Iranians to rise up.
Fire is the answer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, so we'll find out, I guess.
Argray for $50 on Streamlabs. Thank you very much, sir. Sorry, I didn't see it earlier. I came to buy a new rat brick. Here's 50 buckaroos for that. Also, if that counts too, then this is for altars. You may indeed purchase yourself a rat brick. Just send me a message on either Discord or on Twitter and tell me what you want. You may purchase rat bricks for $60 on YouTube because YouTube takes way more for money. Anywhere else, it's $40. So I'll appreciate the extra $5. Actually, yes, $40 because I'm a fair human being. Actually, you know what's funny, Sargon?
Yeah.
You know how Streamlab donations, Streamlabs takes like a tiny cut and all of that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
The Norwegian government has figured out how this works now, and they're putting taxes on them.
Oh, fucking hell, man. I'm so sick of taxes.
So, whenever somebody donates a Norwegian kroners to me, the Norwegian government now goes in and goes, that's a taxable transaction right there. So, yay. Threaten. Maybe this is a 4D chess move by Donald Trump to break current Western leadership by making them support a regime they've literally called pure evil for the last 20 years.
Fire is the answer.
Maybe. So, okay, listen. There is a way to turn this into a win, and that is by basically making it an untenable position to be against it by demonstrating that it was a clean military operation that ended with a bare minimum of American casualties and ended in Iranian regime change. In which case, it would still be an enormous win for Trump. But it's going to be a more difficult public opinion battle.
Yeah. I mean, Trump should have spent a year preparing a force in there, like sleeper agents and all this sort of thing, who could be activated. So you go and bomb the shit out of whatever you want to bomb the shit out of. Secure a beachhead, hand them weapons, hand them equipment. Tell them to get on with it.
Now, I will also point out that the last time Americans decided to arm Middle Eastern rebels, that too did not end wonderfully.
Well, I mean, one of them is currently ruling in Syria, but Iran isn't Iraq.
That's true. These people are fighting against the Islamists, not for them, which is nice.
Yeah, there are loads of secularists.
Blecker, how I imagine the sinking of the Iranian Navy went. Sergeant, see that boat? Convert it into a submarine. Mr. Donato, have you seen the video of the ex-US Marine protesting during a Senate hearing in uniform, which is a big issue, being dragged out having his arm broken to claim that America doesn't want to fight by and die for Israel, etc.? I haven't seen it. I think I've seen clips on it on Twitter, but that's it. Via the death ray, I didn't care a fraction as much about Venezuela as Iran. It was because Iran was using it as a foothold. MAGA here, I voted for this 100%. Manga Yord Sushai. There are now more Muslims in the United States, 4.5 million, than there are people in 24 of America's states. After all, 9/11, but hey, why not a new war in the Middle East? What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Be wary of the sandbox. Zoloxon, what would a revolt at the state level look like? Like the gun-odes of Virginia look at all their bullshit laws, the dem pass say, fuck that, and overthrow them. They have no intention of leaving the US, though.
Shit.
Yeah, no idea. I mean, it would rely on the local state police and National Guard just ignoring it, I guess. I would assume, because I'm pretty sure the rest of the US wouldn't sit idly by if, running gun battles in the streets break out.
You just don't want to go down that road, really. What I want is a democratic solution. I know this sounds quaint, but I don't think it's unreasonable.
Frog Jupiter, how did you survive the Trump airstrikes? Iran. Iran. I see now. That is funny. Thank you. Xenoxon, Dems gain power and try to crush us. We pick up our guns, period. As soon as I am personally affected, so if something kicks off, I am picking my target.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not going to go like you think, right? What it's going to be is deplatforming of social media personalities, the arrest and charging and jailing of Trump and all that. Like, what's the trigger point that's going to cause a giant Republican militia to secede?
Yes. I don't think that's going to happen either. I think merely that they will increase their censorship.
Yeah.
Simple as. Like, because you got to remember as well, as weird as everything is right now, and especially on things like YouTube, where you still have the demonstrable existence of flags fucking over accounts, all of this stuff. And you can see it in action so very easily when you compare it to Twitter, for example. Like, the discoverability on Twitter compared to YouTube, it's actually crazy. The ease of going viral is insane. And I remember when I started doing YouTube, like, having a big video, that was something that happened. Like, it was something you couldn't expect or predict, but it would at least happen.
Yeah.
These days...
I was thinking this the other day. Go back through some of your old videos, and you've got millions of views on them. And on my Sargon channel, I'd have millions on mine too. And now that just doesn't happen. It used to be like, 6 months later, it would have accrued like, 100,000 views every 6 months or something. Or one would just pop off. And so over a long enough period of time, they'd accrue 1 million views, or it would, accrue 1 million views very, very quickly. It just doesn't happen anymore.
It really doesn't. For the years that I've been running the ArchCast, I have had precisely 2 videos like go organically viral. And that is basically the Helldivers 2 video, and that went viral because of Asmongold, because he looked at it.
Yeah.
The videos on the Russian war sort of went viral, but that was because it was a very hot topic at the time.
Yeah.
And I had one stream go viral, and I believe it went viral because people thought I was the ArchCast. I'm not even kidding, because I had a thumbnail for my Dwarf Fortress stream that accrued 100,000 views suddenly out of nowhere, because I think the thumbnail looked a bit like a ArchCast thumbnail.
I don't know what ArchCast is, but well done. Good job.
So, yeah, like, things just don't go viral like they used to on YouTube. But on Twitter, it happens all the time.
Yep. I'll have like a viral tweet with like, a couple of million views on it. Probably once a week.
Yeah, for me, it's not that good because I'm not as big or effective as Sargon is, but I too, like, I have multiple tweets where, like, maybe 2 or 3 times a month, I have a big tweet.
Yeah.
When I say something that the algorithm likes or people like and it gets spread around or it pisses off the correct people or whatever the reason might be, right?
Yep.
And on YouTube, it doesn't happen. It does not happen.
Just does not happen on YouTube.
And this is almost certainly due to the various background flags, etc., which we know are real. Like we've seen it in your main channel where you were rapidly growing towards 1 million subscribers, and then it just stopped overnight.
Yep.
We saw it on Count Dankula's channel where he was struggling like mad to grow for years and years and years and years, and then suddenly breakthrough.
Yep.
Right about the time that H3H3 got him remonetized again also.
Yep.
I literally saw it on the back end of my my lore channel where I could see from 1 week to another I lost 75% of my impressions just poof into the air.
Yeah. Yeah. I've still got like 3 channels where when I was demonetized and then they remonetized me, they put me on like a naughty step of some sort where no matter what video you uploaded, it was just automatically demonetized and automatically refused appeal. And I had to use Twitter to harass them to get that off of my two main channels. And I just can't be bothered to do it with the other ones because honestly, I just don't have the time to make content for them anyway. But it's just like, I know that you do this.
Yes. But despite all of this, we are actually in a time right now of less censorship than we were. Which sounds insane, but like Twitter, like you can say whatever you want about Elon Musk, and he's done some questionable things, absolutely, but he has brought more like freedom of speech to the internet by buying Twitter than anyone else has.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah. Elon buying Twitter is a world historic moment.
Yes.
Like the right would be nowhere if Elon hadn't bought Twitter.
Yes. Because again, the censorship was even worse. Like the censorship on YouTube now is bad, but compared to at least now, I no longer wake up every morning afraid that the channel as a whole will have disappeared.
Exactly. The censorship on YouTube now is soft. It's there, but it's not like the hard censorship that it used to be.
Yes. You're going to get throttled. You're going to experience periods of really low growth. Views are going to be completely inconsistent. All of this shit. But at least...
It'll be completely unexplainable.
Yes, but at least you're unlikely to just disappear.
Yeah.
So that's nice. And if the Democrats do win, Jesus. We'll see if that continues. A Cuban, 92. If not our fault, our allies failed us with incompetent and subjugation to the EU bureaucratic Islamic horde, and requiring Russian energy to survive. I am so upset by the fucking energy situation in the EU. The amount of money we have to pay for electricity because we tied ourselves to the EU, and so now Norwegians are paying the same price as Germans, despite the fact that we're the ones selling them energy.
You couldn't make it up, could you?
It's so fucking horrible. It is so fucking horrible.
It's so stupid.
Like... The entire one unified market. Like, all of the assumptions have been proven wrong. The assumption was a unified market will be stronger, more resilient, more stable, and it will make everything cheaper. The exact opposite has happened.
But the thing is, it's not like there wasn't a huge body of theory on this from the Austrian school that argued the complete opposite and was obviously correct.
Yes.
Actually, having lots of smaller entities competing against one another is the thing that is good for the consumer, it's good for production, it's good for prices, it's good for literally the health of the market, the creative destruction that comes with it. It's good for the health of the market. And this has been known for a century.
Yep. But then we decided, what if we did it differently? What if we tried a little bit of socialism?
Stupid.
Well, we've tried now. It didn't work. Can we reverse it, please? No.
No, we're too committed now.
Yeah, if we stop now, we will have to admit to an ideological error, and that ain't happening.
Yeah, and the thing is, once we admit one ideological error, we have to admit all of them.
Yep, we're going to have to start admitting to a lot of ideological errors.
Yeah.
Massive Doge, to be fair, Roman Empire did stop at a certain point. Bass player, Sauron, it's no longer the Dark Ages. You don't need a physical occupation force anymore. I don't know. I think we're still at that stage.
Yeah, I don't think the infantryman's ever actually going to go out of fashion.
Nope. Marksman. The American military has been trying to take Greenland for over a century. Trump was just the most amicable to trying to fulfill their desires. That's worrying. Glowy, now is the perfect time to ram things through Congress for right. With left distracted, pass voter ID. We had a big win recently in SCOTUS. Judges in the US can't make up reasons to stop deportations. Now, crazy, we needed that. Yes, okay, so there has been some advances. In defense of Trump's lack of legislation, the idiotic thing is there was actually a legal battle over whether or not illegal immigrants could be deported, which is fucking absurd. But that legal battle appears now to finally be won, which is nice. Like, thank you for allowing us to enforce the laws. That's nice. And voter ID, I hope, gets through. As again, it's everywhere else. In Norway, when I show up, looking like the people taking my vote know me. I went to school there. They're my old teachers. I know their names. They know my name. They know who I am. They know everyone in the district. I still have to bring my fucking passport.
Doesn't even seem like a very unreasonable thing, does it?
No, it's like, okay, you're going to go vote? Okay, bring your driver's license or form of ID. Okay. It's genuinely not a problem. And it's such a tiny inconvenience that does so much to actually secure the legitimacy of elections, which are pretty important in democracy.
You would think, wouldn't you?
You would think. Oh. I've got to read this one quickly. MacLeod for $5. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Austrians figured it out, but the economic flat earthers, the socialists, forced their way through anyways.
Well, the thing is, it's not just socialists, it's the liberals now. They're all Keynesians. And it's just like, okay, but that's wrong. Right? What you're essentially doing is burning up the future earning potential of your own economy. Again, it's I'm not the economist. It's just this has been so easily and widely proven that it's remarkable that we're still fucking here.
Yes. Okay. So, I was doing some research on this for a video a while ago with the power prices in the EU, and I came across an article from a supposed expert in this field who said, "Listen. The closure of the nuclear power plants in Germany didn't actually affect prices at all." And I'm sitting there like, how? That was Germany's...
How could that be possible?
Yeah, how can that be possible? Because that was Germany's third largest production source of energy. Like, it was huge. It was generating more energy than the entirety of Norway.
Yeah, how could it be true?
Yeah, how can it be true? And it's like, it can't.
Yes.
But in some sort of idiotic if you have enough degrees in economy, you can somehow go, having less energy doesn't affect the price of energy, even as the price of energy goes up.
Yeah, even though Germany has got, I mean, so do we, obviously, but like everyone's got super expensive energy all of a sudden. And it's like, okay, why would you think? I mean, why does France have cheap energy? Like, what's the reason?
Yes. And so the reason why, that was the best part. So the reason why, because he's technically correct, as the experts always are, the reason why it wouldn't have changed the prices is because, as I explained to you last week, even if there is nuclear power available, so long as we require any percentage of natural gas to be burned to produce energy, we pay the highest price, regardless.
Right, okay.
So,
I remember.
He's correct. Having nuclear energy wouldn't affect the prices, because we'd still pay the highest price, because we created a system where you always pay the most expensive price for a produce. It's enough to make you fucking cry.
It's so mad. And again, this is just Keynesianism in action, man.
Kresko, Adele Penguin, when do we return to champion duels? One admiral brings his favorite weapon, his cruiser, and the Iranian does likewise. Good old days.
I mean, I'm up for that.
And a donation to Milking Farm. Thank you. Redbeard gives $1. Thank you very much, sir. No message, because YouTube is cheap like that. Urashima Otaro, US people don't really care if no boots on the ground. Yeah, I've seen so many statistics claiming that this is deeply unpopular, but at the same time, I'm not really getting the vibe that it's that unpopular. It's a weird situation where it seems to be it does seem to be wearing away at the public support of MAGA and Trump. But at the same time, I don't see any mass movement of discomfort from the Americans either, so...
Yeah, as long as it remains abstract to them, I don't think they'll care that much.
Yeah. Alex Atterson, doesn't the JSDF have a thing where they fire a bunch of artillery at a mountain? Why can't we do that with expired stuff? Why can't
it sounds
we?
like fun.
It does sound like fun. Make a yearly party out of it. Glowy. I hope you like this song. It'll be kind of your theme song for the people on the internet. A real hero, Electric Youth. Be a human being, a real hero. Back against the wall in odds with the strength of will and a cause. I haven't heard that song.
No, neither.
Fredden58. So incompetent Republicans or malicious Democrats? Yes. Those are your choices. Congratulations. Charles the Beagle, off topic, question for Carl. Considering the Welsh language and its decline is in the news, is it worth to restore to say they want to preserve it and other Celtic languages in order to encourage support from those areas?
Sorry, say that again.
Considering the decline of the Welsh language, is it worth for Restore to say that they want to preserve it and other Celtic languages in order to encourage support from those areas?
I don't know, to be honest. The thing is, the resurgence of the Welsh language is kind of artificial. Because in the 18th and 19th centuries, it was suppressed anyway. And it's been artificially brought back in the latter half of the 20th. So, and, most Welsh people do not speak Welsh. So...
Shaman McLamming, the General Belgrano used to be the USS Phoenix, which came out of Pearl Harbor attack unscathed. It was sold to Argentina after the war. That is correct. It used to be a Brooklyn class, I believe, light cruiser, and was incorrectly reported to have been a battleship in British news. Mana, remember when talking with a leftist, no matter how idiotic their opinions are, they think they are normal and you are the crazy one. Yes, and that is a very much so an established part of their doctrine as well, because, well, their worldview has always been so different from ours. And again, 8 years ago, they didn't view us as the same, and it hasn't changed. MacLeod, Dem still control loads of society and are waiting for the political winds to change. They at least have a large, genuine cult that MAGA lacks.
McLeod, are you literally going to allow him to mispronounce your name forever?
Yes.
You've got to correct him.
No, he likes it. He enjoys it. He thinks it's funny.
I mean,
He takes great pleasure in it. Oh, what have you done, YouTube? YouTube, what have you done? Oh, there we go. YouTube, stop lagging.
Fuck's sake, man, right? The Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, a Pakistani woman, just
Classic
went on
British
TV
name,
today. Yeah, just went on TV today. Say, quote, let me give you the exact quote, right? So she said, sorry, let me just pull it up. If you said someone was English, it meant they were white, but that is less true today as more of us are settled in England. I think English is not a race identity so much as it is a civic and national identity. So, right, so the English as an ethnic group don't exist, right? And then the next thing on my fucking timeline is Nigel Farage going, oh, Chagos silence for the Chagosians. I'm a Chagos nationalist. It's like,
trick or treat.
No,
Tell your
they're trying to
teeth.
dispossess us of our fucking country, mate. Can we think less about the Chagos Islands, please? And literally, the government. She's in the fucking government. She is the Home Secretary. And she's telling us the English don't fucking exist, Nigel.
All of this is obviously also pure idiocy. Because
Yeah, obviously it's untrue. Everyone knows it's untrue.
the simple thing is, we all of this is deconstructivism. It's like, what is really an Englishman? It is an attempt to make you justify your position by burrowing down into the tiny details, so hoping for a gotcha moment. It's basically a child asking, why is the sky blue? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Until hopefully you cannot answer a question, and then it goes, aha! Your entire position is bunk. The
Well, you know
simple
what?
fact is, hang on.
If it comes down to it, I'll just happily say because God ordained it when he put Jesus in Wiltshire and had him walk to Canterbury where he was martyred, all right? Fuck yourselves.
Yeah, because that is, at the end of the day, what you have to do. It's like, okay, what is an English person? Show me one and I'll tell you. Because there is...
And
it is,
Shabana Mahmood would say, I'm English.
yeah. And I can look at her wearing the wig of an English official and go, no. You've appropriated that, haven't you? It's silly, silly stuff.
Insufferable. It's fucking insufferable.
Marksman, Arch, the Mech Murchy channel I mentioned the other day is the channel of the developer of Drone Commander. He posts gameplay samples, demonstration of Q&A with new VAs, hopefully demo in a few months. 8-foot-tall cat girls from sweet to crazy. At least there's still somebody making good entertainment out there. Easy. Last I checked, based on the caliber of a person who stole Destiny's wife, he doesn't really have any legitimacy to speak with bravado about anything.
No. I mean, he literally got cucked by a Swedish twink.
Yes, but the twink could offer his wife something that he could not. Attention.
Correct. Exclusivity. Literally making demands of her.
Disillusioned right test boycotting the reps only work if you have a third alternative party. Voting for Dems is just accelerating, which has never worked. Yes. See, again, that's the problem. In the UK, 0 seat is effective because there is actually the possibility of an alternative party rising up. In America, I don't see it. I really don't.
Americans are very firmly on the plantations at the moment.
Yes, the two-party system is thoroughly entrenched in the American system of governance, how they think of politics, and for a third party to emerge, man, you'd have to construct it from the bottom with a consensus powerful enough to compete with the two established parties.
And the thing is, it's hard to imagine how it wouldn't just end up looking like the Libertarian Party.
Well, the way to differentiate
offering?
it, you'd basically have to offer the right wing, in essence. But,
yeah, but American right-wing politics isn't like European right-wing politics. 'Cause Americans are a social contract society and in their own minds always have been. And so you can't really persuade them to be traditionalists in the way that Europeans understand it.
yes, and it's also the thing that the right wing, as it stands right now, is a very wide tent. And we've had to become, because the left is rather monolithic, especially by comparison.
Yeah, it's gargantuan.
But that also means that coming up with a genuine organic alternative, like properly and organically, and creating it from the bottom up, is going to be fucking hard.
Yeah.
Very, very incredibly difficult. And I don't know. In fact, I don't know. I don't think there is. I do not think there is that kind of push in America to create a new party with the ability to unify everything from conservative Christians to simply those who want to play video games and is sick of the left wing.
Yeah. I don't see what's going to come up for the Americans. I mean, like I said, I don't even see how it would fit with what the Americans believe, because the Republicans and Libertarian Party are like the most authentic American right wing that I think it's possible for you to get. It would have to look like I don't know, like it's genuinely hard to see. Whereas in Europe, it's very easy to see.
Yes,
the American right is very ideological, and so I don't know how the Americans escape that.
the benefit of the multi-party system is that you get more confusion, which sucks. You get coalitions, which can also really suck, especially when they're keeping the popular alternative out of power. But it does actually allow for a popular alternative to already exist and then be bolstered by requirement. As ideally speaking, you'll have a political party for basically every position, and they will simply just wax and wane in accordance with the times.
Yeah. The Netherlands is a good example of this. Geert Wilders spent decades in the wilderness, and suddenly he's top of the polls.
Yep. Bass player. A lot of stuff I've seen of Iran winning
Bass player.
Bass player.
Bass.
There's no E there. Bass. E. Bass.
I know.
It's not E there.
There's no cloud in McCloud, but here we go.
The war aren't even AI, just clips from DCS. Well, at least the DCS clips take some more effort, okay?
I posted this on Twitter. It's like, the real winners of the wars are those war simulator video games who are fooling the fuck out of everyone. I'd be using that in my advertising campaign. I'd be like, went viral on Twitter because everyone thought it was real. That's how good our game is.
And I imagine a lot of normies will see DCS World for the first time and go, holy shit, that's a video game?
Yeah. No, there's a video game and you can buy it now. $30, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, $30. You're being optimistic, sir.
Well, I don't know. I don't play these games, so I don't know how much they cost.
Try 300, but yes.
Oh, really? Fucking hell.
DCS World and its modules are fucking expensive.
I don't know. But the point is, this game's worth it 'cause it's so fucking real. Buy it now.
Yes. The Malcontent. Can you watch Habitual Line Crosser? I don't know. Who's that? And what does he do?
Yeah.
I require further context. Redbeard.
Crossed.
Sargon, don't forget, in World War II, we hit a fake German airfield with a single wooden ordnance. Ah, yes, I remember.
Yeah.
That was a pretty lovely little shoal. Like one wooden bomb.
Genius, to be honest.
See, as brutal and horrific as the war was on the Western Front, it also had a degree of chivalry to it still. That was completely lacking on the Eastern Front, and it's completely lacking in war now, too.
The Eastern Front is just awful.
Zen Gunnerman, the F-35's got its first air-to-air kills against Iranian Yak 130s. Imagine if you'd been bred for war your entire life, and the moment you finally get to practice the ultimate craft, you find out that your opponent is a cancer patient. Yes. See, that really is the case of modern warfare. It is the trillion-dollar American aircraft coming up against the Russian thing created in the mid-90s, probably. Actually, the Yak is new, isn't it? But it's one of those trainer aircraft thingies.
What is it?
But like beating baby seals to death. Murdoch Hancock, the official plan by the Trump administration, is cripple Iran's capability to build nukes and build nukes Iran in a state of civil war is still a successful mission. Bless you.
Well, again, there are going to be lots of second and third order consequences to all of this.
Kelbakio, Sargon, you should join the D&D. They have a catamite. We do have a catamite.
I don't have any time for anything, man.
Service
But
guarantees
catamite,
citizenship.
are you not interested in catamites?
Not that interested. I get enough of clavicular on the timeline as it is.
Yes, I saw that he was upset that he couldn't maintain his lifestyle with a measly $3 million a month, which I sympathize.
Really?
Yeah.
Peter Thiel needs to expand his harem, I don't know.
Emu Otaku, why did you not give Lum a 357mm pistol? Because she could not be trusted with a 357mm pistol. Ethan Rogers, Sargon, Israel literally has control of Iranian broadcasting. Is telling the Iranian people to bunker down and wait for the right time to take the country back.
Yeah, but there should be like active measures to equip a revolutionary army. Like literally take a coastal city or something.
Son the Lich, glad the evil Cheeto Yahtzee, Ronald Dump, made his move. Ask Dev when he's flying to join the Iranians. Chaos, support for Israel.
Dev was in my comments coping today. So in the Hope Not Hate thing, they were like, oh, Carl Benjamin seems to have radicalized himself with his own platform. And I posted it like going lol. And Dev was like, well, you know, it seems to have happened or something like that. And I was like, no, going outside and watching the prosperous boom town I lived in turn into a third world slum has radicalized me, Dev. Right? This my town used to be basically like 90% white English. It's just overrun. Fucking overrun with foreigners. Non-stop. And I'm just fucking sick of it.
My platform didn't radicalize me. Cycling to work radicalized me.
Yeah, literally. Not even cycling to work. Like walking through town at lunchtime radicalized me.
Chaos. Support for Israel is mostly a boomer thing. Noticed a good deal of the right, like Crowder, saying Japan is the US's greatest ally. Probably.
Well, how is Britain not the US's greatest ally, you twats?
Well, you've been telling them to screw themselves for a while now.
Well, no, we haven't actually. Keir Starmer was sucking up.
Oh,
the Conservatives always suck up.
Nazar the Scapegoat, I would rather be ruled over directly by Israel than by people being sent to erase me by the left. This entire thing hasn't affected my support of Trump or Vance at all.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm like anti-Trump or something, but like this is not being done brilliantly.
Yes, to make it very clear, I am still very much so on Trump's side. Genuinely, unironically, I think he's doing this almost out of a sense of naive hopefulness. I'm not even kidding.
Yes.
I think he thinks that he can better the Iranian people's position by doing this.
Yes. And this is, I genuinely think they believe in organic revolutions from the bottom.
And I hope he's right. And I still don't see the left as an alternative. I don't know what.
Well, no.
I don't know what could happen for me to see the left as an alternative.
Yeah, I don't know what they would have to do.
Are you
But it'd have to be
ready
really
wreck this
fucking
fellow mare's
racist.
fluttery
Yeah,
fluttery
like America needs to just start nuking the world for me to go like, okay, maybe the left wing was a good idea.
Their platform is we hate you and we want you to die.
Yes.
So I just don't really see how they're going to get me on board.
It's going to require something very special. Dreaded Logan. Arch, I feel sorry for you. I thought my power bill was high in CA, but I don't have angry, spiteful Germans ruling over me who wants to hurt you. I know. I do. At least ruling over my power bill, which is much the same thing. I mean, you would think in the modern age where electricity and access to power is everything, that the absolute last thing a nation would want to do was to surrender control over their power grid.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? It's
And
absolutely
yet.
mental. You would think that it would be literally priority number one, guaranteeing your power supply.
Yes. I mean, it's only that your entire society and civilization is built on it.
Everything relies on this.
Murdoch Hancock. There are literally protests in several Gulf states of locals and Iranian refugees waving Israeli flags saying God bless the USA and Israel. Yes, the Iranian populace seem to be all for this, at least in countries that isn't Iran.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying there aren't Iranians against the mullahs. There are definitely Iranians against the mullahs. Use them. Don't just expect them to get on with it.
Alex Robertson, M4 carbine is way cheaper than that, about $1,000. Normal Americans have better AR-15s. But you're switching that out now for the new MX-7? So the Spear, which is a lot more expensive. Bass player. On this day, 73 years ago, Joseph Stalin died. I'm sad that I missed the opportunity to celebrate that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I would have had cake. The malcontent. I'm curious if the advertisement agents lobbied for this government ID, because any website run by a government have notoriously bad defenses.
True.
Hey, maybe that's a way to deal with the bots. Whenever you want to watch YouTube, you've got to log in with a passport. You want to watch a live stream? Better flash your driver license in front of the camera real quick, sir. Right. Well, it'll cut our viewership down by 98%, but at least we'll know those people are either humans or an Indian with many passports. Dreyfie, been watching some of the ArchCast I missed while I was away and saw you had the Trailer Park Elves creator on. It is hilarious and ironic to me that men's erotica focuses more on romance and it's women's that's degenerate. Yes, that actually blew my fucking mind.
Oh, I saw a tweet a while ago that was something like, nobody's prepared for the conversation that it's men that are the romantic ones.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
100%. Like, because I went into that Trailer Park Elf book assuming it would just be page-to-page filth, smut, and erotica. That would be all it was. It wasn't. It had like one sex scene. And then I read the female romance, and it's just balls, 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 penis, cum, balls, 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 penis, cum, cum. Yeah, no, men are the romantic ones. Women are just vile animals that dream of being molested by various forms of disgusting beasts. Massive dogs? Fine, jeez. Press the like button. Do press the like button.
Yeah.
I will never get over the fact that YouTube decided to base a primary function of their recommendation algorithm off a feature that 1 in 10 people interact with.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
It's insane.
Like it's genuinely insane. I mean, you can see how it would have some relevance, but like, how important should it be?
Yes. Like, it should be a nice bonus, because, again, the overwhelming majority of people, like, again, 9 out of 10 people don't like a video, because you don't bother. You have no stake in this. It's not your channel, so...
Yeah.
Why should you even bother with it, right?
Yeah.
And it's a huge deal.
Notice that YouTube's introduced hype now, which is like, yeah, okay, the like doesn't really work anymore, I guess. So now you get to hype things, which is the same as liking them, but, like, not.
Yeah. I don't even know how they think that system is going to work, but... well.
No idea.
But yeah, liking a video is one of the most powerful... I think it's the second most powerful thing you can do, with the first being commenting.
Yeah.
And again, nobody does it, because... it's an inconvenience. It's you'd be surprised, but it's actually a very big ask to ask somebody to take 10 seconds and press that button.
Yeah. I mean, I'm playing a video game.
Yeah. I'm doing something else. I just clicked by, you're on for background noise, etc.
Yeah.
So chat, I beg you now, yet again.
Press pause. get somewhere safe on whatever game you're playing, and fucking like that video.
Yes. I am once again, Art Sanders, asking for your support in liking the video.
That is one of my favorite memes, actually. I don't know why. It's just really amusing.
I need to have AI Photoshop my face onto Bernie Sanders on that meme. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
Bailey Burns. I used to sell ViewBot software. I also automated my Tinder. I had 7,586 matches and it worked. I mean, yes.
Thank God I don't have to use Tinder.
That is fortunate. I imagine it's a bad place.
Oh, I couldn't even begin to think about it. You know, if I was single somehow, like, I just would hate it.
Creel Draki. Most things are good until someone decides to game the system. Leave it to a few lazy gits to ruin a nice thing for everyone else. Yes, okay, so this is the core fundamental failing of not just democracy, but human interactions overall. We have something, it's great, it's working out wonderful, everyone is happy, and then one person decides, my piece of the cake isn't large enough. Yeah.
Let India have access to it. No!
As that is literally at the root of all of this. All of our gentlemen's agreements, like, we don't view bot, it'll make it worse for all of us. And one person is like, I'm not bound by this. This will advantage me.
But also, I don't have any talents or skills to advance myself legitimately. So,
Are you ready to wreck this yellow mare's fluttery buttery butt?
Lyndon Tilson, you make it because you are good, lucky, and gay.
All at once.
All at once. The gay part helps. Gary Thomas, how long do you guys think this war will last? Can Iran and the US, Israel spend the next 20 years fighting each other? I mean, they've spent the last 60 years fighting each other, so...
I don't think there's any appetite for it.
This war won't last that long. It'll last months, tops. Because you gotta remember, this war ends whenever America says it ends. Simple.
Yeah.
America is in the incredibly enviable position of being able to prove the old adage wrong. A war does end when you please, when you're America.
Yeah, when you're bullying someone so insignificant that they could never strike you back.
Yes.
Yes, then a war ends when you please.
Yes. America will simply declare victory and sail their boats away.
Yeah.
Easy. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to say what I can do better than the bots, since that would make it premeditated. That's true. TG friends, get wrecked, clankers. Adam Attackman asks, can a bot donate? I mean, I'm sure it could, but...
Why would you let it, though?
Yeah, exactly. Why would you let it? And this problem is, okay, I appreciate your donations. You are the best audience on YouTube. I know that objectively, because I was the most super chatted to. Yes, the most super chatted to channel in Norway. I know you're the best audience, and I love you for it. But YouTube...
Yeah, that's literally a physical metric proving it.
Yes, but YouTube don't give a shit.
No.
Which again is insane. The one metric that shows not only that they care about the content, but they're willing to give money to it? That we don't care about.
The one metric that's actually explicitly... Because remember, YouTube take 30% of Super Chats. So it is explicitly giving YouTube money, and they're like, yeah, we're not promoting your that.
Yeah.
Like, well, why?
You crazy? That would mean the rich would get richer. But depending upon the size of your stream, we'll promote you.
Yeah, but Hassan Piker.
The eccentric gripper. We can write slurs. The robot can't. Oh, I don't know. I mean, we might not understand the slurs that the Indian bots write, but they can write them.
Yeah, I think you're severely underestimating them.
Majin, Art/Carl, have you guys watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms? I did.
No.
I thought it was quite good.
I'm sure it's great. I just don't have time.
Subject Noble. I read an article that the US Marines are going to keep the M27 and M249 SAW instead of switching to the new SIG Spear and the SIG XM250. Oh, let the army test it out. We still have quite a few super chats left if you need to dodge, Sargon.
I was going to say I do actually have to go, but thank you for being ever so generous, chaps. You are the best bots on the entire internet.
They are the best bots.
By far. But only if you like and subscribe.
That's true.
Anyway, right, yeah. Thanks for having me, folks, and I'll see you next week.
See you next week, Sargon. Sanders, trigger safeties are dumb. Prevent accidental discharge, yes, probably removed because Californians are incapable of operating regular safety and couldn't protect themselves. Even a Carl Gustav M2 has one. I have shot one. That is good. We have Carl Gustavs in the Norwegian army. I want to shoot one because it's a big gun. Sujard, been playing Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, the Elder Scrolls type game. Everything is voice acted. Gameplay is fun. Would recommend Underrail. Well, actually, they're releasing a new Skyrim expansion now for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know who asked for it. And I'm presuming this has something to do with a remaster? Maybe? Or advertisement for the next Elder Scrolls? It's a very weirdly timed DLC. Let me see if I can find it. Is it in the news? I don't even think it's been announced properly yet. Because I saw it on Twitter, like the orcs something or other. No, I can't even find it in the news. Did I dream it? I might have dreamt it. I might have dreamt it, but I'm pretty sure it was a vivid dream. It's a break, mods. It fucking might be. And even if it isn't, it will result in that. Just after all of these years of mods and incredible installation have been built up, somebody spent 5 hours customizing their enormous custom install of Skyrim. And then Bethesda's like, we're gonna do an update now. Yeah. Yeah. Get fucked. Oh, that's great. Oh, here we go. Skyrim getting massive new 60-hour expansion you can download this September. So it's apparently a rumor at the moment. Yeah. Or is it the modders? Or is this a mod? This might be a mod. Yeah, this might not be it. This might be something else. Who even knows? I swear I saw it, chat. I'm not lying to you. I think. Not intentionally, at least. Just a Sigma, Intel for the Norwegian. I'm not a bot. A bot is more active than me. I just lurk here, not slapping the like button. Well, do slap the like button. If you're lurking, you've all the time in the world. Hit it. Mechanics on duty, Sargon, when he discovers Arch is a bot. Darkwood. Darkwood is slowly but surely making its way up the listings. It is not very far away now. It is $200 away. Then we can play Darkwood. Dreyfy, also Arch, while I was away. I was listening to 40k lore while I was away. Your Horus Heresy playlist as well. It's much easier to follow a lore video series that also numbered and in a playlist. Sandu, don't worry, Arch. I'll never leave. It sounds a little bit like a threat, but thank you. Billy Burns, my shitty dev logs are betting lots of views, and my apps with no AI code are getting more users than the vibe-coded slop. That is good. Ben Hall, good morning from the land down under. Marek Zielinski. Jensu said life will get easy as it goes. It only gets funny as it goes, though. If you know how to find the funny in the miserable, and you ride the absolute best of it as well. Ride it. Kyle, Witcher 3 is rumored to be getting an expansion. Now, that makes sense, though, at least, because, they're planning a new one, so you want to, reinvigorate the attention of the previous ones. That makes a degree of sense. The Malcontent, what happened to that VTuber cat avatar Lumi was helping you with? Also fun to go to whatever fun Sargon wants Arch to do. I do have it. I just need to set it up and then find a game that it fits in. At bprince, I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. For feedback, contact Zhang Weiguo Interactives Ltd. Qatar, botting will go the way of the AI art. People will cry and cancel you, then people will stop caring. I unironically think that in like 5 to 10 years' time, either botting will not be a problem because it will have been so utterly vilified that the merest suggestion of botting will get you cancelled, or it'll just become so normal that everybody does it. I wonder if I can expense report bots. I wonder if I could. Would the Norwegian government allow me to send them the bill for my bots as a tax write-off? That would be funny. Renos found your channel with Andre. Good stuff. Thank you. Marek Zielinski, Art and Sagan. I'm sure you did quite well for yourself. Both of you chose the hard political path, and I have nothing but respect for both of you. It has been hard too. Okay, not to do too much of a pity party, but Jesus Christ. I could have coasted on Warhammer. I really could have coasted on Warhammer. I was coasting on Warhammer. I could right now probably be sitting on a channel with like, 500,000 subscribers? Probably. At least. Maybe even more. And just making Warhammer lore. That's all. And I'd probably be earning way more money, and I'd probably be way happier as well. Well, actually, I don't know about that. As there comes the thing. I do believe genuinely that as I saw 40k get more and more shit, I'd get more and more upset. So I'm happy I decided to do this, because at least now I can say that I did something. I tried. I put in my 5 cents worth of effort. So, Jard, it's not a remake. They're probably adopting the book this time, or that is what they're supposed to be doing. Oh, supposed. Nolly, no bot here, Art, just low on funds, hence my absence. Also, there's a demo out for a cool game called Sherman Tank Commander. Check it out. Sherman Tank Commander. I think I have that on my wish list. Sherman Commander. I don't have it on my wish list. Right, let's add that to my wish list and follow it, because, yes, that could be a lot of fun. Let's put that in there. Luminous Cove, Lum Lum. Arch, watch Scary Movie 6 trailer with Sargon. For $2? I don't think so, Lum Lum. Violet Death Ray. To be fair, they bought Warner Brothers for $100 billion, so that $78 billion is like the loan for the part they didn't put up front. Not that unusual, honestly. That is true. That is a good point. They will probably have borrowed a lot of dollars for that, and thus, use that to pay off Warner Brothers, which is an investment, and that is reasonable. Also, Nole, see, you don't even need to donate. I appreciate it. Thank you, especially for donating on Kick, of course, which I appreciate even more. But you can participate by just writing in chat. That is a wonderful participation. Writing, chatting, leaving likes, all of this is valuable. All of you are doing the Lord's work with these things. Hell, if you're on Kick, I get money just from you watching me. So, Jard, these companies have a lot more money than their debt, but it's not liquid cash, it's in properties. Glocks don't have safeties. But there's the thing. Those properties are valued at a very different rate than what they're actually worth. For example, Superman is probably valued very highly, but whether or not he's actually able to pull in that money, well... Brendan, got here late, but the reason that the Iran thing was half-assed is because 1, big hummus was moving, and 2, I don't think they care what comes next. New boss or failed state, Iran's oil lifeline to China is cussed. Now, that is also a point as well. The fact that this is obviously interfering with and severing China's supply of Iranian oil is no matter what a good thing. Mr. Bob, I can imagine a remake of Starship Troopers with actual fascism and the left relating to it. And there's another thing you can do, chat. You can go into chat and tell other people to donate for specific funds. Yes, fundraise aggressively. Marine Alva, Redeemed Zuma has some great videos on the history of the Christian church and how liberalism has made many churches fell to essentially heresy. Yes, it has. I mean, it's because they've been given a new religion. The primary religion of the Pope today is not Catholicism, it is liberalism, make no mistake. The Grey Ghost just got here. Gun safety could mean keeping your finger off the trigger until you are about to shoot, which they them did not do. Lord Commissar Spartan, it doesn't change anything when they would refuse to work with us anyway. Come a point where you just have to act. Better to pray forgiveness than permission. Dekadanska, Arch, number of alternative thumbnails per video. I do tests like that sometimes, but okay, so the reason why I decided to start my experiment was because I did a test, and one thumbnail, the face one, the AI one, came out vastly better in the polls, which is why I decided to test it out. I'm next week going to try my traditional thumbnails, and then I might try a week of doing both thumbnails to see what happens. MacLeod, not an occupying force. Explain all the bases in Germany and Japan. And follow the 4 rules of gun safety, and you're good. That's true. You are an occupying force in friendly countries. Blue Lithium, I got your back. Something that's got better. The IED factory known as Iran is going through structural changes. Rumors are no more IEDs in the future. And that is nice. Ike of Pike, M1911A1, literally 115 years old, still used by several militaries, has a manual safety and a grip safety. Not to be 2 world wars, but it works. It does work. MacLeod, look up ghetto TikTok. So many switches being used in random parks with apartments in the background. Some people just don't care. Well, they're not your neighbors or children or their parents, etc. Grat Nick, as an American veteran with Iranian metal in me, picked that up in the Levant, not a fan of their government. Understandable, sir. Very much so. God plus sucks. Carl, why is it every time you come into ArchCast you turn into Eurotrash leftists? You have no idea what our planning is on this operation? Well, I need a counterpoint to my own worldview, of course. Deep Space IV? Deep Space IV? Yes, of course, I forgot. I need to boost the irate tanker, Victor Stahl. That is correct. You do need to boost irate tanker, Victor Stahl, as he is currently losing. Reverse, you don't want what we have in Israel. Sadly, there are many leftists and NGOs even here. Max Robe, Gork or Mork? It depends on the day. Sometimes you're feeling Gork, sometimes you're feeling Mork. And Acumen, so how is the Hebrew bungalow going for y'all? Got my popcorn. About the same as usual. Hot, aggressive, loud. GOG plus sucks. You two idiots are also missing the bigger picture. This was primarily done to further weaken China. We're going to be able to turn off their energy. I'm not missing that. I talked about that too. I said that in my Why It's Okay When Trump Does It video. Mr. Personality, they will legally take your guns and you will do nothing. Probably, unfortunately. And I argued this point as well. I don't think there will be a genuine American revolution. Carl Lutherson? What is the difference between radical Islam and the Sand People from Star Wars? The Sand People are actually fucking civilized. That's true. And they only aggress upon you when you enter their territory. G-Blade Warrior, Rome stopped growing when they let the Germans in. And Attacuman. Huh? Tim and Shu are leftists? Of the blue dog variety. Shu is on the record stating such. He is just not with the modern left. And I doubt anyone here cares about Tim's position. Well, that's the thing. Being an old-school leftist means that you are a right-winger right now. As I bet you, if you ask the left wing if Shu is on their side, you get a pretty clear answer. Lord Commons Spartan, this plus my previous 10 donor to a Cruelty Squad stream. Suffer the schizophrenic jank for our entertainment. And 15 votes to tank cases, too. Yeah. Kyle, Witcher 3 is rumored to be getting expansion. I read that. I did read that. Well, oh, it skipped again. Little dumbass thing. 19-1 Redbird. If he pulls this off, without major ground forces, this will not seriously hurt Trump and might even help. The second major ground force set down, the right will revolt against him. I suspect you're probably right on that, yes. If he can pull this off with only air power and get a revolution out of it, it is going to be justified by the fact of the matter. Deep Space IV. Sargon, I had a professor in college that mispronounced his own name, MacLeod, may simply not be aware of historical pronunciation or just tired of correcting people. Or he might simply think that it's charming. Yes, he might like the way I say it. I think he does. 1911 Redbird. I believe there was also a game of dropping toilets on each other's airfields during the Battle of Britain. MacLeod, not to worry, Devis Temp, YouTube user under the Canada regime. Eventually you'll miss seeing him in the comments. And codependency is their plan. A feminine plan. Benjamin Pauly, Trump-Iran attack is so clear, a clear board for China war. Quietus, you squeeze more money out of me. You don't play with your motherfucking explosive projectile lethal weapon that in the rabid hedgehog Christfuck am I hearing? Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes you need to play with your guns to make sure they work.
Fire is the answer.
Marksman, Brandon Herrera may have just won his election, as his opponents was ordered by the Ethics Committee to step down from re-election after he admitted to the affair with his staffer who killed herself by setting herself on fire. What? What? Right. I hadn't heard about that. Very well. Mr. Bob, this and my last fake currency for the radio operator that may or may not be in danger of friendly fire. Very well. We shall put that in there too. Which reminds me, what even is?
You ignorant slut.
Ah. Wrong. Let's put that in there. No. There you go. Math is difficult. Mr. Frenzy, by the way, Art, I forgot to ask what you thought of the McDonald's Chio choking on your special sauce. I quite enjoy watching him eat my special sauce, yes. It was thick, flowing, a bit turgid, and it ran down his lip in very provocative fashions. I like it when somebody devours my special sauce that a little bit runs over the mouth edge, you know? It's kind of like a nice little claiming point, you know? It's like taking territory if a little bit of it dribbles away once he's done. I was very fond of it. Now, I'm a little bit upset that he didn't seem to enjoy it quite as much as I think he should have, mind you, but, yeah, you can only ask for so much from a McDonald's CEO after all. We go. And Disco just finished this week's lore video as well, so I need to remember to download and upload that. There we are. I'm sure I won't forget about that in a second. And with that, we are at an end. We have covered the Superchats and the Kick and the Streamlabs. Thank you all very much for watching today. Thank you for your super generous donations, as always. And thank you for your likes and your comments as well. You are the best trained bots I have ever known. Oh, and Marksman, look into Brandon's election. The affair is wild. I feel like I should now. Maybe that can be the subject of the ArchCast. I see Boog told me about something about this. I'll have Boog explain it to me in great detail. Good night, everyone, and I hope to see you all again very, very soon. Have a good night.
Heresy's the question.
Oh.
Fire is the
Luke
answer.
Stewart! Good day. I recommend you check out the Train Show and China Uncensored. They've done a great breakdown of how this war is affecting China, as well as Endgame for China. That might not be a terrible idea. Actually, I might just do that. And now, again, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for donating. Thank you for liking. Thank you for chatting. Good night.